He said it looks better in black.
Yeah.
He said it looks better in everything looks better in black.
As it should.
Let's see. All right, we live now. Here we go. Go. All right. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend these YouTube streets, Porter77, and I am here with the crew. Here we go. Is the chat responding? Are we live? I think we're live. Yeah, we should be live.
Yeah, we are.
I think we. Oh shit, we doing it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, hey, what's going on? Hey, good. We got a full house up in here. We got lots to talk about. We even got more to talk about besides just the topics. But before that, let's just go through, the panel. I want to say what's up to everybody. The Truth, he's about to go on a rant. So we'll have him go last to see what he has something to get off his chest. But of course, we got Craig Harris, top flight security of the world. Craig, what's going on, my brother?
How you doing?
How's everything? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. This had the birthday weekend, so.
Oh, it was your birthday?
Happy belated.
Yeah.
Damn, happy belated, my brother. Many blessings.
I got my present. I got PSVR 2. It was a surprise for myself, even though I bought it a couple weeks ago. So I finally got that hooked up. I'll talk about it more tomorrow on my podcast, but I liked it. The immersion was overwhelming. I didn't expect that kind of immersion. Like, I literally had to keep tapping my foot to let my brain know this is not real. But I don't like the fact, or maybe it's just the way it's set up. You have to keep it plugged into the PlayStation. Like, I should be able to plug that in anywhere. But I guess it doesn't I don't like that. But they do give you a long enough cable. Pause. They give you a long enough cord to give you space. But when it showed them setting it up on TV and your whole room is turning blue, it actually does that. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is amazing. So but yeah, I'm playing is it something of the mountain, called the mountain, and I was having to stand up and climb and shoot a bow and arrow, and you have to actually take the bow off your back, shoot the arrow. So yeah, that's that kind of blew me away. But yeah, that Madden and getting ready for the Star Wars game because I'm a Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's about it.
All right. Okay, man. It's good to see you. Happy birthday again. I hope you had a great, birthday weekend and stuff like that. Many blessings to you, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Of course, we got my brother from down under. You know what I'm saying? The complete opposite. What's going on? What's going on, Extreme?
Hey man, I'm just new setup, as you can see, because my desktop computer, my PC, decided to share the bed. So, PCs are fun.
Of course, that's what PC does.
Joking when you said
you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Joking when you said it.
I bought a $300 to $400 power supply, just the power supply, nothing else, and it blew up. You know what hasn't blown up? My PlayStation 2 power supply.
And that was supposed to blow up. Right?
It's been 20 years.
Because liquid metal.
No, I'm talking about the PlayStation 2.
The PlayStation 2, that shit's still working.
The PlayStation 2 is still working. But, the $300 to $400 power supply that I got, that's not working because people always say that PC is great. It's great. Go spend your money there so that your things can break. My PlayStation 3 still works, by the way. So does my PlayStation 4. So does my PlayStation 5. So I'm very happy with my investment in PC, as you can tell. So that's why different background, because my office is a mess. Because when it breaks, I got it out of the PC, but now I've got PC parts everywhere. It's not even a simple process just to return it. So I decided I'm going to be banned from my office until I figure this out. So yeah, my week's going great.
All right, hey, but I do like the setup, Got the grayish,
Thank you.
It's like Batman doesn't come in black.
Listen. There's only about 2 or 3 spots in my house that are worth showing off, and I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna be off camera. Then I was like, nah.
Yeah, that's a nice spot. That was nice. Look what I'm working with. I told, listen, if y'all saw my last live,
I told you we're gonna work on that.
No. This is my stick. Listen,
Nah.
I got something to tell everybody.
Mm.
I'm Iron Man. I'm Tony Stark. Listen, I'm Tony Stark in the caves of Afghanistan. This is what I'm working with, and I got the Iron Man suit ready. You know, I'm not like Paris or Destin Lingari with all those connections, yet they still get everything wrong. I got a mic from 2016. I got a ring light from, that people use on TikTok. I got a fake Yankees cap apparently, and a Resistance poster on a platform I didn't even own. This is what I'm working with. I'm Iron Man. I'm Tony Stark. That's gonna be my thing now. That's my shtick. I'm Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has all the fancy shit, but you can't do what I can do with the little shit I got. I got Spectrum internet. You know how my dog shit my internet is. Extreme, you could attest to that. This is all I got. This is what I'm working with.
Yo, guess who? We're getting feedback echo from you.
Echo.
Yeah, I'm hearing a feedback. Is there somebody like playing it on the speaker?
Nah, I got it.
Do they have a phone or watching it? Because I hear myself. Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah.
One of y'all did it. Y'all know who you are.
Nah, it was me. My mic was.
Oh, that's what.
I mean, my headset was.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, we're gonna go down. Oh shit, we got the antagonizer. So we're gonna get him in a few.
You hear me? Loud and clear?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. You hear us?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
All right, so we'll get with the judge.
Fellas, what's going on?
What's going on, my brother? How you been doing?
Man, the last time I was on about 2 weeks ago, my wife and my daughter, they came down with COVID, but it was really mild.
All right,
So
I'm
Sorry to hear that, bro.
No. It was really mild. They was good. My daughter was still running around like it was nothing, but it was just unfortunate that they had to quarantine for about 4 to 5 days before they was good. And then after that, it was my wife's birthday, my daughter's birthday, and my mom's birthday. So August is always a hard month for me. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm glad to see y'all. Matter of fact, it has been 2 weeks since I last spoke to all of y'all. So I'm good. Other than that, man, it's nothing. Enjoying my PlayStation Portal and enjoying my PlayStation 5, and right now my laptop
As
is
you
pissing
should.
me off. Unlike them,
Of course, laptop will always piss you off, as it should. You know,
right now
the PlayStation delivers, the PC pisses you off. Everything's right in the world. That's just how it is.
I can't hear y'all through my headphones. I hear y'all through my speakers, but my computer recognized that I got my headphones on, so I don't understand what's going on with the audio.
I don't know what to tell
Oh, you know what you gotta do? You gotta roll back the drivers and then download the audio codecs and then go back and update your graphics card, and then go and look at your sound card. When was the last time you updated your BIOS? After you do all of that, just try turning it on for like 30 seconds, but leave it for an hour and then turn it off again and then do it again. Then reset Windows. If you don't get the blue screen of death, go into safe mode and then go back and then troubleshoot, where you got the BIOS installed from. Now, if you installed it between 2 and 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, you may just have to return your computer for about 15 days. Then they will return it back to you and the issue will be gone for about a month. And then after that, it will come back again. At that point, you want to upgrade your graphics card. Now, if you can't upgrade your graphics card on your laptop, you got to get a desktop. Don't get a Mac, but then get a desktop, build a $4,000 PC, and then your microphone will work.
Yeah.
And your headphones too.
That must be some Australian customer service.
Sounds like PC to me.
They said that sounds like PC to me. Oh shit! All right, man.
J-Dom knows exactly right. He's like, I don't know steps.
Yep.
Well, we wish you the best health for you and your family, my brother.
Appreciate that.
All right. Of course, we got the antagonizer in chief. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
What's going on, my brother? My man out there, he's fighting for his life with Concord.
Oh man, I'm holding up. Hey, somebody got to hold the line. Now that Xbox dead, we gotta fight each other. We gotta fight each other. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Like you ain't got nobody else to fight, so you might as well fight internally. That's all you got left.
Hey, but it's so crazy. We gotta create a chaos amongst each other just to keep the shit going.
We won the war, right? Yeah, and we're like, damn, who's left to fight?
We still got bullets left.
We
still got bullets left.
They're like, who's left to fight? Now we're looking at each other.
Yeah.
Listen, people. Civil War's coming. It's inevitable. So, are you team live service or are you team single player? You gotta pick a lane. No, we're not trying to hear this. Oh, I enjoy both. Nah, you not Switzerland. Pick a lane. Team single player, narrative story driven, or the future Sony live service games. The war's happening. It's gonna the Civil War's coming. So pick a side. You know what I'm saying? Pick a side.
Nice.
So far team single players winning.
Without a doubt.
All these single player games this year, we winning. No.
I blame the Series S, Puerto Rock. I blame the Series S. Xbox X. Xbox X.
Oh shit! They have the game running in the background, ready for launch. And it fucked it. It messed it up. Oh man! All right, man. Yo, Jada, what you been up to, my brother?
Oh man, it's been so busy with work, but been having plenty of time to play Black Myth to Wukong and Concord. Nice. Been getting in with the fellas, got a team. I saw my brother M finally came to the dark side and got Concord, so now he team Concord
and playing Concord.
I got Concord like the first day. Second day was available.
Traitor. Traitor.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I like this new M. You know what I'm saying? I like M because he don't. Yeah, go ahead. You got your pen and paper. Write it down.
All right. The Benedict Arnolds. E4 Extreme. All right. J-Dub. Hey, Craig, you playing Concord?
I don't have it yet. I'm buying Star Wars.
Okay, that's a single play game. That's what I'm talking about. I got the Benedict Arnolds versus the True Revolutionaries. All right, we got Craig. Right? Ayo, Judge, you got Concord?
Nope.
There you go. True Revolutionary. That's what I'm talking about.
Man.
I'm gonna call y'all Che Guevara. That's who you are. We're gonna bring down the system. The Civil War's coming. I'm preparing. I don't know about you, J Dub. Tony Stark. I'm ready. I'm gonna get Spider-Man. Kangaroo. Hey, Spider-Man's mine. Kangaroo. Dungaroo. Underoos. He said underoos. That's me. Underoos. I got Spider-Man. Spider-Man Wolverine's on mine. Kratos is on my side. You better hope Concord and whatever the fair games, Foam Stars, boy. I don't know. Your lineup looking weak. At least got Helldivers is strong. Helldivers is strong. But you need more than that.
We still good. We got Helldivers to fall back on. You know,
you got that. That shit is strong.
Yeah.
We got
G7. We getting there.
My man be like, please. He's like, please, Marathon. J-Dub is like, Marathon, come on. You want that shit on? Come on, you want Marathon?
It could be fun.
He wants Marathon to blow up like the next Destiny. Like when Destiny came out, please let that shit blow up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If it flops, that's gonna be crazy. But if it's a W, right?
Yeah.
Then that, you know what I'm saying? Bungie redeem themselves. You know
that's true. They need a redemption arc. Bungie needs a redemption arc right now because if Marathon flops, oh man.
Yeah. But I will say this:
we're gonna have to call each other and be like, we're gonna have to do like BGST 2013. We're gonna have to call each other and be like, yo, what the fuck are we gonna say to damage control this? We're gonna have to pull a Z. We're gonna have to talk to Crack Game and Z. What would you guys do in this situation?
We got no more enemies.
I'm gonna tell you what Z gonna do. He gonna pretend like he's sick and for a couple of weeks until the coast die down, and then he gonna come back.
It's gonna be me. I'll be like, sorry guys, I'm in the Philippines. I'll talk to y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a couple of months.
When we got some more positive news.
I'm in the jungles of the Philippines. Sorry, can't help y'all right now. I'm sure. Duty calls. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Super chat, P-Rock.
Oh shit! All right, woo! It's flowing in already. All right, after the super chat,
praise God.
We're gonna get truth, right? Tommy Bull, he says, Wukong Game of the Year. I hate and love this game. All right, okay. A lot of people talking about this game, man.
Yeah,
Wukong really. Yeah. Oh shit, this guy Mass Effect, bro. At least it's a single player game. Donnell Brown. All right. He goes, Concord got Sony fans sounding stupid. Laugh aloud. They are blaming Concord for Japan Studios closing. What? And not getting a Bloodborne game. Wrestling factions not realizing that Naughty Dog said no. Yo, whoever saying that they're dumb as hell. Concord shut down. Ah, man. You know what's crazy? We
like 50,000 likes for that. Like, honestly, it's crazy.
Yo, the crazy part is we know why Japan Studios closed. They didn't want to be a AAA studio.
Yeah, they said it. Yep.
Sony came in and said, like, hey, this little bullshit $10 shit y'all do now, we're gonna make you a star. Sign the contract. Dude's like, nah, I'm good. Yo, we talking like $100 million budget. I'm good. Bro, commercials. Your shit's gonna be on a banner on Paris. Nah, I'm good. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're gonna be a big AAA studio. You're gonna make the Goaties. I'm good.
Yeah, we're alright.
Nah, that's okay.
Like, yo, that's crazy. It's like, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. Like, nobody's buying your games. No one's buying your games. He got scared of they got scared of the big leagues. Like, and that's what happened. Japan Studios, the dude didn't want it. Donnell Brown, why are PC dudes jumping into console wars? I thought PC dudes didn't care about consoles, but it seems like they do and they care about our games. I will answer
correction.
this.
We got a correction.
Uh-oh.
They aren't PC dudes. They're just former bots that moved over to PC. Because real PC dudes, they don't even play these goddamn console games. They play the Dotas, the CS:GOs, and the other shit like that. These are just bots that got tired of getting poked fun at and mocked by me and Porter Rock and game.
There is one more group. There is one more group of PC gamers.
Here's the easiest way to put it. They bleed green behind a PC.
Oh shit! But there is one more group: the PC games that want all games on every platform, right? Because what they're nervous about is what happens if the PS5 Pro is successful. That remains to be seen, right? But what if Sony knocks it apart? Even if it's say like $650, right? Which is usually a little bit expensive for a console, but let's say it actually accomplishes generally among the console gamers like, oh shit. Like, okay, like this is 60 frames. Look at these graphics. Man, this is blowing PS5 out the water. And it actually does what it's supposed to do, meaning a successful mid-gen refresh. That makes people be like, you know what? I don't have to go to PC. This console at 650 does exactly what I want. Solid 60 frames, ultra settings, even if it does pisser 4K, that's fine. Because hell, PC gamers are doing it. They're using, DLSS. They're using duck lip service and shit. So they got, they're using duck lips. We got pisser. Like what's we good, right? But if Sony actually gets lessons learned from the first one and says, you know what, I think we figured out how to truly make mid-gen refresh relevant. Like Apple. They got the iPhone Pro, but there's a reason. They're successful at developing Pro models. If Sony figures out that formula, people will have no problem spending $650, even $700, but for a compact, all-inclusive, well-designed, well-performing platform. That's easy. So you got great performance that you normally won't get from a console, right? Much better performance of console, but without the headache of a PC. If Sony could nail that, get in that zone, shit. Hell, even some PC gamers might jump ship.
No, wait a minute. A few months ago on this podcast, I said that the PS5 Pro was going to be $699. Just get it ready. Just get your money ready. Now what? Everybody's caught up. Yeah, you're going to be paying for this.
Oh, but we all agree with that. We all agree with that.
I mean, it's going. They're going to walk in there. It doesn't matter.
Hell, Extreme wants it $1,000.
Yeah, he said $1,000.
He said using me.
Yeah, he said a G. That dude said. He said that thing was $1,000. I'm like, whoa, hold on, Extreme. $1,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he said.
Oh, you are the remix to my original song, mate, and then you're telling me that I'm not on your side. Hey, by the way, the
It
brain.
does
Just
make it
before we
more
go on,
palatable.
the brain. Why do you have a billboard in your house? Why is that TV so high? Like you've got it looking
Hey.
like Times Square up there.
What is you, a cop?
Yeah, I say, yo, you po-po? He's like, why are you asking all these questions? He's like, I plead the fifth. You know he from Philly. What are you, a cop? You on the QDT? Oh shit! All right, we're gonna get to it because right now my man's ready. The truth. What's going on? What's happening? And I guess spit your bars.
Ain't nothing going on. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't got Concord yet, but I will be getting it, so I'm on that side.
Hold on. How you waged? Not waged.
I just bought a new car.
But okay, all
Relax.
right. But still, you hyped Concord $5 million in 3 months.
Yeah, but I need a new car.
You better come help. You
You
better
did
come
that?
help.
No, you need to buy a couple of
I did my
copies, dog.
part. I did my part.
So,
Yeah, buddy.
But congratulations on the new car. That's what's up.
Yeah.
yeah, appreciate it. So,
All right, that's what's up.
It was very much needed.
Oh shit.
I rode my old car till the wheels fall off. I'm that type of person. I'm gonna keep something forever.
We there. Team no car payments. Team no car payments. Boy,
Yeah.
I was paying like between me and my wife. I was paying around $900 a month between both of our cars.
no.
My last payment was July 2020. That's how you know I remember. Woo! That's it. That's it. We riding these cars until the wheels fall off, and I might glue it back on.
I ain't no joke about that.
Especially in this economy, shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but other than that, I just wanted to. Hey, look.
Wait, hold on. What's up? Wait, hold on. What's up? What you said, Judge?
Oh, I was saying that I wanted to go back to Elm because I was trying to answer him, but my headphones went bad. Going back to your question. So as far as the TV being high, when we moved inside this house where we at in New Jersey, that's where that's where the TV is the most stable at. So I had to put it that high. And as far as the billboard that you may see behind me, that's not a billboard. That's a painting of a.
No. The TV is the billboard.
No, he said the TV is the billboard because it's so high.
Yeah,
It's so high.
I get it.
It's like you in Times Square.
No, I had to make it stable. Unless I wanted my wall to fall down all together, which I didn't. So that's why it's so high. And then for my daughter to see.
Okay. All right, no doubt.
There we go.
All right.
Hide those cables, though.
Oh yeah, that's triggering him.
Get that super chat real quick.
All right. We're gonna get. Here we go. Fluffy 1101. Thank you for the super chat. It says Jack Move said you a hypocrite. A PS service games when you put $600 in Destiny 1. I wake up every morning praying for Concord downfall. How long ago was Destiny 1?
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Wait,
and you want to know why I put in that many hours in Destiny 1?
Oh.
PS5 had no games. Why you always play Mac? Killzone? Think about it. When Destiny 1 came out, there wasn't shit. Bloodborne didn't come out to 2015. Like, what are we doing here? That was like over a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? And again, that goes in line with what I was saying, right? Ultimately, right? It was third party that was provided that, which let's all be honest, and we'll probably talk about it more. But you know what? Let's get this last super chat so the truth could spit his bars. And Tommy Bull, Gears E-Day, PS5 Pro bundle will be fire. they announced Emergence Day, and the PS5 Pro comes out of the ground.
That's what that'll emerge. That's what's going to emerge. Somebody should make that. Somebody should make that screen.
Emergence Day.
Of Emergence Day to be a PS5 coming out of the ground.
Man. I'm gonna send that to Gears Twitter account. See if they actually do it. All right. The truth. Your time. Spit your bars.
All right, look. I'm trying to make this as super quick as possible. I need Boomstick, Hargreaves, and all your Xbox community dudes to stop saying PlayStation's copying. I sat and thought about that drink, and I was like, wanted to kind of like factually, not fanboy wise, see if what they said had some validity to it. I know it didn't have much, but it don't got no validity. Like, look, I know Boomstick was more so talking about bringing PlayStation exclusives to Xbox, but he also alluded to, as the rest of them do, or just flat out say PlayStation is copying Xbox. And it's like, look, all y'all greatest moves with Xbox as far as a console goes comes straight from PlayStation. I mean, play for play, bar for bar, word for word. I'm talking about Kinect, that's iToy. For those that don't know, iToy 1, 2, 3 from the PlayStation 1. Even your hard drive. Y'all came out first with it in America, but PlayStation 2 had it available in Japan a whole year before y'all even had the Xbox release. That's a fact. But even when you talk about PlayStation, like P-Rock and J-Dub then put this picture up when Andrew House in 2012 had came out and said that the industry, well, not the industry because they don't do what Xbox do. They don't try to conflate the industry with themselves. They said PlayStation needed to expand and PlayStation needed to change and they needed to be on as many screens as possible. They didn't say every PlayStation was every screen was a PlayStation, but they said they needed to be on as many screens as possible. They wanted to be on mobile, PC, and all those things. So when it comes between Xbox and PlayStation, y'all really got to understand that everything y'all doing right now is literally a carbon copy of everything PlayStation did in 2014 to about 2017 when they started to will back the fact that they're not going to be on everything, but we keep in PlayStation now, and then Game Pass just so happened maybe a month or two later to come out. I mean, PlayStation, when they had PlayStation Now, it was on PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation TV, Blu-ray players, Sony Blu-ray players, Sony Bravia TVs, and Samsung. Y'all even copied the same TVs. There's a ton of TV brands, and y'all literally only copied the brand that Sony went. The dongle, the PlayStation TV was a dongle. You didn't even need PlayStation, or you could literally play PlayStation Now on PlayStation. Dongles wasn't out then. Amazon Fire Stick came out after.
It was like the little, it was like the little brick.
Yeah, it was a dongle like the Roku and stuff. And
it was like a Roku box. Yeah, like a Roku box. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out. And the Amazon Fire Stick didn't come out till afterwards. Roku was out. I think that came out like 2006. But PlayStation had to make their own. So everything y'all doing right now is literally a carbon copy off of PlayStation. Yeah, y'all added your own little bells and whistles, but it's literally a copy and copy. And lastly, y'all said, let me get to the main point where you said PlayStation copied exclusives going to other systems. I'll give you this. PlayStation copied exclusives going to PlayStation. I mean, the PC, factually. You know, Xbox before even Xbox, Microsoft Gaming was born on PC. So, okay, cool. But no, PlayStation didn't copy you going to putting the on all the consoles either. Factually, MLB The Show came out on Xbox before y'all put any game. The first 4 games, y'all can't count Minecraft. That was already on PlayStation. Y'all can't count none of them. Those were already on there. All Xbox did is not take those off the system. But the 4 games where they actually took exclusives that weren't supposed to be on PlayStation and put them on there, that's the games that's the time frame you can allot. Even if you want to say like Minecraft RTS or something, that still came out in this generation. MLB The Show came out at the very beginning of this generation and went on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. And I don't want to hear nothing about that's because that's a licensed game. Because what y'all was saying, y'all specifically, your post-ups and all y'all was saying that PlayStation put MLB The Show on Game Pass and stuff because PlayStation was in trouble. They were struggling. They need financial money and all kinds of other crazy stuff. So we just going to go off of y'all words. PlayStation put Horizon Lego on Nintendo. Yeah, we did that first. Y'all still copied us. So or not us, but PlayStation itself. But that's really what I wanted to say. Lastly, I also wanted to say, look, there's a particular person like really champion Starfield. You know who I'm talking about. And they keep trying to make Starfield bigger than it was. This is the reason why Starfield is still getting talked about. You Xbox dudes keep starting fights and y'all can't fight. That's the bottom line. Y'all started this beginning of this generation. Y'all was the one talking about console power, console sales. And then when y'all found out y'all lost that battle, y'all held the line for a little bit and then disappeared and then turned into an ecosystem. When the ecosystem changed like 15 times, y'all don't even say ecosystem like that no more. Y'all start fights, y'all can't finish. Bethesda fans never said Bethesda don't miss. Bethesda fans don't say things like Game of the Generation. That was co-opted by the Xbox fans. Microsoft bored them. The same people that would say that Bethesda games was trash, for real. So when they co-opted that, then you start hearing little catchphrases like the Bethesda don't miss and Starfield's game of the generation. The Starfield gets lambasted. It's very simple. Y'all, Xbox fans co-opted that fan base and they made that game bigger than life, and it fell flat on its face. It could be a good game. I know Ian and them probably ain't gonna agree, but I don't care. It could be a good game, a solid game, and it probably would have did a lot better if y'all don't keep running y'all mouths for literally years on end. Y'all 1 to 2 years, y'all be amping up something, then it falls on its face or doesn't do as good, and then y'all got to get the Xbox tax, which you created. The Xbox tax is real because it comes from y'all talking trash and not being able to back up the trash you talk. That's it.
Damn. You know, my man said it with his chest. All right, he spit his bars. Hey, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
Well, I think the problem is that it's Boomstick, and he is butthurt over those. I mean, did you see the look on their faces when Porter Rod did that video when him and that King David dude? The look on their faces like they caught their woman on the downstroke or something like that.
Oh,
so
shit,
what he is saying makes sense to me because he's trying to.
Well, I specifically said Boomstick, but it's not just Boomstick, Chris. It's that this the whole community. Like he just put up a video asking Doc if PlayStation was still in the what you say in a panic. Yeah, he said he put up a video of Doc saying was PlayStation still in the panic, and in that video, Doc even in that video,
the tweet I made.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even in that video, Doc said PlayStation copying Xbox. It's not just Boomstick. It'd be because
what else did you expect them to say? What do you expect them to say? Because their games are all coming. Hashtag the whole.
We expect them to bend the knee.
So we expect them.
Yeah, stop starting fights you can't win.
Kiss the convert.
Yeah, stop fighting, start fights you can't win. That's all I'm saying. Don't start a fight and talk crazy like you the best UFC fighter and then get beat up. And
you see what I'm saying? You don't have to give them no energy either. That's what I expect them to say. Starfield.
That's what we expect. Bend the knee. That's it. All right.
They don't have to give any energy though. I mean, they straight clowns. I mean, what is Jay Fonz over there talking about? There's a comprehension. There's a listening problem. Yeah, you're the one with it. You're the one with the listening problem.
Craig, you really enjoyed that video, didn't you?
That script was funny because I didn't know he had said that. I'm like, all right, this is perfect. He's saying that there was a comprehension problem. Yeah, you're the one with it. Like, God damn.
All right.
But you don't have to give them no energy. This like, yeah, look, they own some clown shit. So then leave it there.
All right. All right. So, hey, before we move on to topic, we're going to listen to a little recount of Colt when he tried to talk to Geoff Keighley. For what I'm told, things didn't went out too well. Let's hear what he had to say.
Geoff Keighley's a real a-hole, and when I said he was like to me, the online persona is the same as real thing, huh? Took a drink and wouldn't look at me. I'm like, you can't even be a normal person. Like, we're not on Twitter right now. I'm not Dreamcast guy.
Wait, what did he say?
Just be a normal, nice person.
What did he say?
He was like, he had his like little wine glass because his face is all get out, right? And he's like, so the online persona matches the real person, huh? And then he kind of looks away and took a drink and wouldn't look at me. But I was like, hey, really great show.
Geoff Keighley said that to you? Geoff Keighley said that to you?
Yes, I said, really great show. I like that you had a co-host, but I like watching you present all the games. I want to see more of you on the stage. And then he just looked down at my name tag and realized Colt Eastwood, and he's like, online persona and matches the real person, huh? And then he took a drink and looked away, and I'm like, what the fudge is your... I want to say, I was so like shocked. I'm like, what? How can you be... I am literally invited to the same event that you are.
Hey, yo! Geoff Keighley's gangster. Geoff Keighley, he like this. He looked at Colt like...
He little boy then. Oh,
he looked at him like, bro. He looked at him like,
who you? He should.
Yeah, he's son.
Yo, you can't talk trash about a person over and over and think you're gonna get away with that. Like all the Xbox fans talk about Geoff Keighley like a dog, and then be shocked when he carried him.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Like what Colt don't realize, because of his bullshit. Like, yo, let's all admit it. The dude lies. He goddamn straight up lies. Like, this is not even misinterpretation. It's not even, he's just guessing. No, he lies. Like, straight up lies. Right? Yeah. Then he gets his fan base riled up, especially if it's like a game show awards, like with the Forza. Geoff Keighley did something. That's right, Forza did win Game of the Year. So he riles up his fans. And then the legion of them goes after Geoff Keighley, and now Geoff has to go out and be like, yo, Forza didn't make the cutoff, or whatever the shit. Like Forza made the cutoff, which is why he won Racer of the Year. It just didn't get Game of the Year because it didn't get the votes. But people don't want to hear it because they listen to Cole, they listen to every Xbox podcast other than the person who's running the show. Because God forbid you listen to the one who's running the show. The guy running the show is telling you it didn't get the votes. That's why it's not running for Game of the Year, right? Oh no, bullshit! Colt told me it didn't make the cutoff. If it didn't make the cutoff, how did it get Racing Game of the Year? It's on the Racing Game of the Year award, list. Yeah. So clearly it made the cut. It just didn't get the votes. So he gets all this hate, all this animosity. You think he don't remember who the fuck put him through that shit? He knows his code. He knows every Xbox influencer that makes him go through shit every time he has awards. And now all of a sudden, you're in a show, y'all want to be friends. When his timeline, and he's not about the console war and all that shit. So they bring all that bullshit to his timeline. He has to deal with it. Because remember, the shows he does, he's trying to get sponsors. He's trying to get people with money to support that. Right? So he's trying to make sure his stuff is clean. All stuff like guys like Colt and whatever, all they do is mess that up. Now you're on the same show. Oh, you're killing. Can I suck your penis? No, bro. He's like, nah, dog.
Yeah, there's a comprehension.
And it's wild. Did y'all catch that he tried to?
Nah, you get no sex in the champagne room. He like, nah, bro, you can't go in the velvet room. Kelly's like, nah, we not talking like that. After the shit you put him through.
Then he tried to call him Frou-Frou. Yo, did you catch that?
No, why? He called him Foo-Foo?
Yeah, he called him Foo-Foo. He was like, because he's uppity.
He called him uppity.
He said the word without saying the word. He said because he's Frey. He said because he's Frey. You know what I'm saying? That dude wild, dog. And everybody be like, Colt's a good dude. Like, yo.
Get out of here. Geoff was like,
What does his sexuality have to do with anything? That's a wild one.
Like, I don't know. Anyway, I found that funny. When I saw that, I'm like, yo, that's the funniest shit I see, bro. Like, I would have not told that story. Ain't no way. I would have not told that story.
He told it before, though. That was a continuation because he tried to talk to him before, and he said Geoff Keighley ignored him. He was mad about that. Now he just tried it again.
Geoff knows who he is. He knows he's an asshole that lies, and he gets flown out, and he's just not a guy that most people like. So of course the bots like him because he lied to him, and he does what they want him to. They want to be lied to.
Yeah. I'm still looking for the 12T flops that he and Dealer were talking about. I still can't find it.
You ain't gonna get that.
I'm still trying to figure out when Xbox gonna outsell PlayStation worldwide. That's what we're trying to worry about.
Yeah,
Hey, did you win that bet, P-Rock, with D?
What?
Indiana Jones is coming.
Oh, he's saying on first party. He knows he owes me $100, but he'll probably try to give it to me like in
Unity codes,
Nintendo eShop codes or some shit. I already put that. I put that dude through the ringer for $20. Imagine $100. I'm like, listen, he might have to call a crisis, health line if I tell him he owes me $100. But hey, before, what's up?
I got a question for guess who? Hey, guess who? Yo, are you from the DMV area?
100% on Mothers.
Yeah, you want to know what gave you away?
What's that?
When you said carried.
Yeah, Carrie, Luncheon, Jonan.
What's that? Yeah. Delaware, Maryland, Virginia?
Stop this, DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Oh, I was close.
DC.
I was close.
For DC.
I have Maryland, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
I was close. He said, "Stop it, Puerto Rico." I was close. Hey, 2 out of 3. All right, bow. 2 out of 3.
Hey, but you left out the most important one, though.
Delaware's a state. I completely forgot about DC. All right, but hey, one more thing. So before we move on, so quick topic: Street Fighter. Another Xbox skip. Does Capcom realize Xbox is dog shit? Because they're like, man, we're gonna release all these games and we're just not gonna put it on Xbox. So they got another game. So Capcom Fighting Collection 2 includes 8 games. Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, Power Stone 2, Project Justice, and more. Get your groove on in 2025. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Steam. Obviously, PS5 backwards compatible, but no Xbox. Skip.
I thought this was a troll when I first saw
it.
Just today.
Yeah. Yo, what's up with Capcom? Capcom's a multi-platform.
Yeah. Well, they listen. Here's the thing, Puerto Rico. They see the Xbox only has 20, 22, 23 million consoles out there in the wild. That shit's not worth their time porting and then doing all of that. They see the writing on the wall.
You know what, J-Dub?
Play fighters like that, though?
What's up?
What's that?
Who's that?
If it wasn't guess who, I said I gotta disagree.
Oh, you gotta disagree with what?
I gotta disagree with J-Dub on that one. The only reason why I gotta disagree with J-Dub on that one because Capcom was one of the last third parties that supported the Dreamcast. And the Dreamcast didn't even have over 10 million in sales. So I really think it comes down to, Xbox, as far as Microsoft,
it's just dog shit.
Excuse me, Xbox, it's just dog shit. That's all it comes down
to. It's just dog shit. Even Capcom's like, this dog shit. All right.
But do Xbox players really play fighters like that? I don't remember them ever really being in fighters like that. There's always been like a PlayStation, Sega, you know what I'm saying? Like other arcade thing. I don't remember Xbox fans ever really caring about fighters.
All right.
I was asking, I don't know.
Well, I think what tipped the scale, I don't know, in 360 they played fighters. 360 era, but that was a whole different era for Xbox, right? But I think what changed the course of audience was when Sony got Street Fighter 5 exclusively. That fucked everything. Excuse my language. That messed up everything for Xbox. Because then at that point, that was kind of like an avalanche, right? Because you got one of the biggest fighters on the platform. Sure, you have the other multiplats like Mortal Kombat, but why buy a console for Mortal Kombat when you could get another console that has Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter? And then a couple of niche fighters from Japan that Guilty Gear, whatever. That was our exclusives. So if you're like a big fighting fan, they all went for the PlayStation, all of them. Because it just didn't make sense. Because really the only exclusive Xbox had was Killer Instinct, which pretty much died real quick, right? So all the fighters, multiplats and exclusives, PlayStation, or you could get some of the multiplats on Xbox during the Xbox One, PS4 era. So they all went for the PS4. All the fighters went either PC or PS4, and a lot went with PS4, and it was a wrap. That shifted the whole mindset of the fighting console. That Street Fighter really shifted stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, somebody just said in the chat, and that's exactly what I was about to say. Isn't Sony and Capcom partners with Evo?
Yeah. Well, Sony owns Evo.
Sony owns Evo.
They're still partners though.
Yeah, but Sony owns Evo, so yeah. And obviously Street Fighter, a lot of Capcom games are like some of the biggest, especially Street Fighter is like the biggest showing for Evo.
Right. Let's go and say Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is still at Evo, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it hasn't been. I'm big into that. It wasn't at Evo. They've been relying on Street Fighter, Tekken, Dragon Ball, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay.
Because even Nintendo stopped partnering with Evo with Smash Bros. For them.
Okay. All right. Another quick topic. Dreamcast guy. Man, people showing, talk about crabs in a pot that's trying to keep you in the boiling water, right? My man got a little spot with VGC, view. I didn't even see the thing, right? So I don't know what he did, right? I made a tweet and I said, I understand the disappointment people have with Dreamcast. I get it. except for those who would support other content creators who are just as bad, if not worse. I don't care either. I don't care. I mean, either way. Hence why I didn't voice my opinion of VGC. I didn't send a comment to them. Whatever. I don't even watch this stuff. But if I look, let me put this. Let's look at the comment sections. And let's look at some of, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to point out nothing. I'll let you guys decide. Right? So you got people here not happy that Dreamcast guy had a spot that, industry connections. I guess industry connections are only limited to a few people, right? Everybody's trying to gatekeep. Let's look at some of the comment section. See if you recognize some names. That makes you wonder, like, really? You going to complain about him? Hell, I'll call this guy out. Boxing Burger, shut the fuck up. You're worse than Dreamcast guy. Stop it. Yeah, I'll call him out. I don't know. I'm looking at some of these names and I'm like, y'all really hate on this man? When some of these names here be following people that are worse? Really? But I guarantee if some of those people were on BGC, you'll be congratulating them. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, the reality is they just hate on his success, right? Granted, he is what he is, whatever. But so is a lot of other dudes, and they don't call them out because they like those personalities. I don't listen. You see me talk shit about Colt, but his points, but I never once went to Microsoft saying, "Oh, how could you support this guy?" Whatever. Not once. I don't care. That ain't my money. Yeah. That's Xbox money. Not once. Not once has I gone to a company and asked them why they're supporting this guy. That's not my money. I don't care about that. Yeah. Only thing I go after is the person's views, their opinion, or the stupid shit they say. Not even opinion, because opinion's an opinion. But when they flat out lie or make up shit, oh yeah, I'm there. That's what I go after. If a person goes, I like Xbox, whatever. Fucking, I don't give a shit. Yeah. But if you say Xbox is outselling PS5, I am Iron Man.
And be dead ass serious about it too.
I'm gonna get Jarvis. Jarvis, prepare the suit. We going in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jarvis, get the suit ready. Some bullshit's about to happen, And then this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Like, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this right here. Let me show you this. This is definitely why I have to call bullshit, right? This is definitely where I have to be like, okay, stop with your bullshit. Hold on, where's my post at? I'm gonna show you right now. This right here. This right called bullshit. There we go. Paris, he wants to put his 2 cents in, right? So Paris, Vicious696. He comments on VGC News and says, I wasn't going to comment, but truth is, working with Dreamcast guy is a bad look, and as you see in the comments, your audience agrees. Yeah, half of them are Xbox fanboys, but whatever. He's one of the most disingenuous creators in gaming space who admits he says things he doesn't actually believe to create outrage engagement for his channel, and in his words, pay the bills. My history with him is known, so yes, I'm biased, but my advice, stay away from this person as he represents everything wrong in the gaming creator space. Yet, Paris screwed us gamers, right? Telling gamers that Cyberpunk 27 is perfectly fine on console, it runs perfectly well. Did Cyberpunk run well on consoles when it launched? No. Hell. He got his yellow chair. In fact, he's the reason the yellow chair meme exists. Because of him. Yellow chair meme is because of him. That's what's crazy. A whole meme. We all know what yellow chair means. Oh, here we go. We got another yellow chair. It means we have a content creator that's lying to us for the sake of merch on a product that's garbage. That's what yellow chair means. Yeah, they were giving out Cyberpunk 2077 chairs. It was gaming chairs that were yellow. And while he was sitting in there, he's like, guys, I know you haven't seen much, but trust me, I played Cyberpunk on console. It runs great. His own words. That shit was dog shit. Sony, that shit was so bad. Sony's like, get that shit off the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, they yanked that shit off
the that, like, dismiss yourself. Get this shit off the goddamn store. That's how bad that shit was. You know it's bad when Sony had no problem refunding the shit. You know when they refund some shit, it's bad, bro. To get a refund from Sony, and they not only did they refund it, they said, get this shit off the store. But yeah, he wants to go while he's swinging in his yellow chair. Oh, it's great. I played it and it's great.
His yellow chair.
That ain't the worst of his stuff.
That's the yellow chair. That's what the yellow chair came from.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
He's been on that path, and that ain't the only thing. That's one of his most prominent. But that ain't the only.
I know other things.
I think when he part of the. Go ahead.
Well, level 1, you know, this dude, level 1 gamer. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Fame.
Yeah, Fame 2K.
Yeah, Fame 2K. So Paris was hosting a show, I guess one of the Xbox shows, and all Fame 2K says is, you know, he just wish he could see more black content creators make the stage because there's not enough, I guess, in the industry. And this was like a couple of years ago. You know, that's all he said. He would like to see more black content creators. He wasn't even talking about himself. He was talking about other people. He would like to see more besides the regulars, besides the Paris, the same people we see over and over. Oh, I remember looking at the comment section, Paris went at him. He's like, oh, why are you saying that? You know, I earned my thing and blah, blah, blah. And Fame was like, no, you're not misunderstanding me. Good for you. But he would love to see the industry open up to more content creators, give more, you know, black content creators more opportunities to announce, do something, just reach out and get more. Boy, Paris did not like that at all. I was like, oh shit, I'm eating this. Of course, I'm like eating popcorn, like, oh shit, they were going back and forth, and I'm like, what I got from it is Paris don't want to compete with nobody. He wants to be that one guy.
He don't.
That's it.
Yeah,
he don't want to share the limelight.
Dreamcast guy came from.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
You know, he don't want to share the spotlight. Any opportunity, him. So when Fame's like, oh, see other black content creator, Paris like, whoa.
Paris, I've been told he's a pretty brown man.
He like Samuel L. Jackson on Django. Yeah. Once he saw Django right on that horse, he's like, I'm not gonna say the words, but you know the scene. You know the scene. That's him.
What's that? Yeah. I want to say it, but this ain't my channel. I'm about to say it for you.
Yeah, don't do it. We'll go to King Thrash's channel and we can do
it. Yeah. I got you.
But we all know the scene.
I got you. I know.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, he like, wait a minute. Who that on that horse? He like, what? I said the PG version. You know, who that person on that horse? That's Paris. Like, whoa. You know, he see another, wow. He's talking to, he's like, hey, yo, Phil. Who that person on that horse?
He want to be the one in the house. I got you.
Yeah, you know.
One in the house.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Extreme, you seen Django?
I've seen Django. I have.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. That's him. Like, yo, I was like, yo, you know, he blocked me. Let me tell you a true story. Listen, the true stories are the funny story. The reason why he blocked me, because I called him out, and then the conversation got weird. He's like, I don't understand why you're coming at me. You know, we should be supporting each other. You know, given that we're minorities, I'm black. And I'm like, what the fuck's happening? I'm like, oh, shit. Like, whoa. Like, what? Like, bro, I'm just a dude that likes to talk truth. I'm like, what are we talking about? He goes, see, guys like you don't know how to stick together. And he blocked me. I'm sorry. I didn't sign up for the Black Panthers. I guess I don't know. Like, well, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm like, yo, I think you lied, and I just corrected it. My bad. Yo, it's crazy, bro. This shit is wow.
I think the Xbox fans rely on their channels way harder than anybody else. It's just the Xbox fans that rely on their channels way harder than anybody else. So they willing to survive with their channels by any means necessary. And like Paris is probably one of the fakest because he constantly is trying to preach some positivity and then be the first one console warring and hating somebody and turn around and be like, yo, everybody should be my like. I don't know. I don't like Colts. There's certain people like I don't know you personally, so I don't care about you personally. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain people that I don't like. Even in your internet personality, I just can't mess with. To me, it's like there's no way this is not a part of who you are. Kind of how Geoff Keighley said, you know what I'm saying? The persona match your personality type. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just too hard. Paris is one of them. Colt is them. Like, I like Gaz. Gaz is funny. You know what I'm saying? I think he's one of the few people that compete with J-Dub and you, the jokes. You know what I'm saying? And keep it light.
Here's the thing. This is like let's say like Crack Gamer or Next Gen, they did the theatrical flair. But when you straight up lie to people, now, in my opinion, that's you. That's not a persona. That's not a thing. And what I mean by lie, I'm not talking about even the whole, okay, I think Xbox selling the consoles, or I think, it's going to have better performance, 40% power gain. That's not even, to me, those are the people that are just rolling the dice and hopefully they're right. Guys like, based on the numbers, it's going to be 40% delta and all that shit, right? You're just rolling the dice, and if you end up right, you can be like, I told you, you end up wrong, people forget. But when you go play a game, when you have that connection, right? Like Paris, Colt, and the company invites you to their game, and you play it, and you leave, and Redfall with Colt, Cyberpunk
Paris
with Paris, and you play, like, if I say Sony invites me to a game, like, hey, Porter, we're going to play X-Men. I'm like, cool. I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, guys, I'm going to play X-Men, whatever. I go play X-Men. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, Sony, you might as well, Sony, just write the NDA. Because if I leave this building, I'm going to tear your ass up. So you might as well just force me not to say shit. And then I'll come back to the channel. I'll be like, guys, I played X-Men. I can't talk about it. I'm under NDA. And I'll just be like this. Like, I didn't have a good time. You would know, Porter Rock, what happened? I'll be like this. I'm under NDA. And you'll see like a tear. And it won't be happy tears. But I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a I'm not doing it. If your shit is trash, I'll be like, Sony, I don't know what you thought I was gonna do, but I'm Iron Man. I told you. I'm not gonna listen. Listen. I'm like, I believe in what you call it. I believe in what Tony Montana said in Scarface. You don't screw over people unless they deserve it. Y'all don't deserve that shit. It's just so hard to tell people, especially you have 100,000 people. In Paris, you got all these people following you. You telling me you can't be honest with this huge crowd? They'd be like, yo, listen, I play Cyberpunk. Get the PC version. I'm going to just say that. Is that so hard? Is the chair that important? You can't buy your own goddamn chair at this point? Like, Cole honestly couldn't say, listen, for whatever reason, Microsoft didn't show me the console version. They only showed me the PC version. At least that. I only played the PC version. They wouldn't let me look at the console version. You take that as you will.
And they still want $700.
Not even that. Not even that. He said that all versions are running fine. That's just lying. That's not a internet persona. You like to lie because that's lying. You just good with lying. You're just good with lying. You're good with it. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when I see all that shit, nah, son, that's not right. What are we doing here? Like, the audience doesn't deserve that shit. Especially, and you know what's the crazy part? The only people you're really screwing over is your own fan base, because the PlayStation guys don't believe you anyway. You're not convincing us. We knew Redfall was Red Dog. Dog shit was Red Dog. Redfall. We knew it was dog. We knew something was wrong. The only people you suckered is your own fan base that supports you. That's what's crazy. You're not lying to us because we know you're lying. It's the fan base that believes you. Those are the ones that you're hurting, which is weird. Yo, this shit is weird as hell, right? The ponies aren't hurt by this. Hey, Redfall 1's great, and then it's a shit game. Not one PlayStation dude is impacted by that. If anything, we got jokes. You gave us content to mock you. The dudes you really is the ones you got the hopes of. All the dudes like, finally, Xbox gonna come back. This is gonna be the first great AAA, and then you get that shit. What did you accomplish? Who did you screw over? Like, what was it for? You see what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. So the persona, like what Zaire did, even Mooch and them, they exaggerated. They made jokes. They damage controlled the shit out of everything, but they ain't goddamn lied to anybody. They ain't lying to nobody. They didn't make no exaggerated lie like, oh, I played this game and it runs great, and then when you play, it's a complete mess. They ain't do shit like that. They were just the masters of damage control with jokes and shit. That shit was funny. Like everybody was tuning in to football and BGST. That was everybody's Sundays. That was everybody's Sunday. Ready. BGST and then right into football, American football. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, you got your real shit from what you call it, Weapon Wheel gave you the real stuff, but then BGST came on after that. And it was just jokes. Shout out to Mash. He provided 10 gifts. He gifted 10 memberships. Mash, shout out to you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hey, if you got blessed with 10 gifts, you know what to do. You got to spam them smileys and stuff like that. All right. Now, are we ready to talk about the first topic? I need J-Dub.
Let's get on to it.
I need J-Dub. Hey, J-Dub, my brother, are you there? Hello, J-Dub? Oh, man, he left. His PC is restarting. Your PC rebooting? No, I need J-Dub.
There's something in the drivers.
J-Dub, don't hide. This is for you. This topic's for you, J-Dub. Hello?
He got the ollie for you.
Oh, man.
He's on step 1 on 15. He's on step 1. Give him some time.
He's doing his BIOS update.
There you go. He'll be back soon.
Oh, shit. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Concord, talk to me. What happened?
Yo.
What's going on?
I can talk about it.
Help me out. I mean, you're playing it. Help me out. What's going on?
Yo, listen, man. This game, 70% there, 30% not. That's easy. Easy.
I like that. 70% dead, 30% not. So you're telling me there's a chance,
Listen, there you go. Just like me and Beyonce, this could make a comeback. Never say never.
You never know, right? You never know.
You never say never.
No, you cannot.
The opportunity just hasn't presented itself yet.
Oh shit! Oh snap! I mean, it is what it. I mean,
listen, I can give you a quick rundown. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Is the game fun? Absolutely. Okay. Is it better with friends? Absolutely, because it is a heavy team-based game. It's super polished. Super polished. Everything that is in the game, like that is present, is really good at being what it is.
At 60 frames.
Some of those level 60 frames. Everything is great in terms of that. Technical performance, you couldn't fault it. Animations, you couldn't fault it. I had one crash, but that was in 11 hours, and that was the only time. And then I've had some soft bugs where you click like a menu and it takes 5 extra seconds to load. So aside from that, those have been the only things. So it feels extremely polished. The gameplay is extremely tight. It delivers on what it wants to deliver on. It's just that some of those things you may not agree with. So for example, this game, its most unique feature is the crew bonuses. So basically, as you change characters, you keep a passive element from the previous character. So let's say that you're playing a character that has a sniper rifle. She gives everybody that follows her a longer weapon range bonus. So something like that. A little element of her kind of carries forward into the team. And
it's like a buff, kind of like a
exactly a little buff. Okay. There's like 6 buffs that you can apply. So it does encourage you to like try different characters and everything in order to come up with that kind of synergy. So that is kind of its unique angle. I don't think it's unique enough. I don't think that it's a big enough buff that you should necessarily switch a character that you do not like just to get that particular buff. So at the end of the day, at the end of the matches, it shows you a scoreboard where it shows you what everybody did in terms of like which bonuses they stacked up. And most people only have 1 or 2 bonuses because there's only 1 or 2 characters that they like. The biggest thing, gameplay-wise, that is wrong with this game is that every character only has access to 1 weapon set. So if you're playing the sniper, you only have 1 sniper rifle and you only have 1 secondary weapon. You can't swap it out. So if you don't like the way that a weapon plays, even if you like the character, but you don't really like the way the weapon functions, that's it. You kind of shit out of luck for that. So that's one part where I'm like, why aren't there at least like 3 primary weapons for me to choose from and like 5 secondary weapons for the characters that have secondary weapons? Like it's really weird. Another thing is that weapon balancing is a little bit weird to me. Like I like playing the sniper. Vale, she has a one magazine or one shot sniper rifle. But if I headshot someone, and I'm not talking about a tank character, I'm talking about a normal character. I headshot them, it doesn't kill them right away. That's annoying to me. It's like, as a sniper, I take a lot of risk in order to actually be accurate with my shot. If I land a headshot on a normal character, you should go there. Exactly. If you're a tank, I understand, but if you're a normal character, you should go down. Like, that is the trade-off that I'm playing with. Yeah. So there's moments like that I think that they should tweak, but they made a lot of improvements from the beta. I was kind of worried about that beta because it was only coming out like a month before the thing released or something. But it's a lot better than the beta was. So if you guys had the impression from the beta, I think the time to kill in the beta was just completely off. The weapon balancing was wrong. They made a lot of improvements. So when it comes to the gameplay stuff, another thing that I don't like is the modes. I've never really been a team deathmatch kind of guy. Like, just run around, kill people, get killed, kill people again. I like objectives. I don't think that the objective modes in these games are compelling enough to play. They basically play like a slightly different version of team deathmatch. So there's also that. I think they should come up with more unique modes. Things like capture the flag. That really brings in a huge dynamic because this game is so heavily team based, but when you're actually playing it, it really feels like, even though you're disadvantaged for going by yourself, it still feels like people just run around chaotically. And if they're ever as a group, it's really more like a moment of happenstance rather than people actually being forced to strategize. So I just think it should lend itself to really leaning on what makes it good on the team-based aspect. Have modes where that is a necessity, not just something that you encourage. So that is kind of like the gameplay things. The biggest issue for me with this game are the skins. I love the characters. I love the character designs. I love the black characters, especially that they have in there, because hey, you know what? It's nice to have black characters in games. It's just the thing I appreciate. But the thing is, what I love the characters themselves, I don't like the clothes that they are wearing. There's this character, I put out a video yesterday. There's this character, she's got like shoulder pads, she's black, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, but it looks like she's got intestines on her shoulder pads. Like, I don't understand why these entrails are being carried by her. I'm just like, why? This coat is so ugly. Like, if I could remove the coat, I think everything else about her fashion sense is great. But yeah, they have this, I guess they have a strong art style, a little bit like Deathloop. Deathloop had a very striking, strong art style, but I feel like the art direction is just not my direction. Like, I just don't like it. So I think that they should improve that. Now, why I got this game is because this is a traditional multiplayer game. You pay for the box price, and there is nothing else in the game that asks you for money. There's no store, there's no battle pass, there's no unlockables that you can pay for. It's literally the traditional multiplayer that I and many people have said that they wanted. So that's the reason that I bought the game. Because even if it's not this game, if companies could see that there is a desire for just a traditional multiplayer game without any extra fluff, it was worth it to me. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts about Concord. Like I said, I released a video on my channel. You can go kind of deep dive more because I actually walk you through the game.
Do you feel, because there's a lot of gamers, right? Obviously they didn't play the game, but many feel it should have been free to play because of the assumption of the type of game it is, right? Like goes on Overwatch, right? Do you think Sony could have done a better job of marketing the game on why it's $40 and the advantage of it being $40 versus a free to play?
I don't think so. I think the market, they showed you exactly what this game is. I think a lot of people it doesn't strike with, but it isn't a matter of marketing. They couldn't have marketed to you any differently. Like, they did a lot of marketing for it. People just didn't respond to it, which is fine. As far as should it be free to play, absolutely not. Like, again, if it is free to play, the difference then is that you make the trade-off. Okay, you get your walk-in for free, but everything that you do after that is paid. It's like a club where they have a really low entry fee, but then you go and you want to drink a water, it's $25.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
bathroom is like
you want a
$10.
cocktail, it's $50. Exactly. You want to go to the bathroom, it's $5.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of thing where it's like you have to decide that trade off. For me, I am really happy with something actually going against the what is it going kind of against the industry, where they are going backwards to the traditional model rather than embracing this free to play nonsense. So I think that I'm very happy with the 40. Like, I've played 11 hours of it. If I played no more of it, I would be very happy with the amount of money that I spent, the amount of enjoyment that I gotten out of the game, and the fact that this game just doesn't, like, do you know how much of a relief it is to just, Porto, you play single player games, you and I, we both love those. How nice is it when you just know that you bought Spider-Man and it will never ask for your money again? Like, you just, like, everything that's on the disc is mine to unlock, to have access to enjoy. It has been a long time since I felt that way about a multiplayer game. So no, I don't want the trade-off. I don't even care if we'll make it more successful, because I don't think I want Sony to achieve success that way. I don't want Sony to come up with $15 and $25 skins, bro. Like, I don't. As a person in the chat asked about the progression system. The progression system is all about cosmetics, but you unlock them by playing. They have daily tasks and daily jobs, but they are not those kind of jobs where you have to, like, hit a grenade by throwing it through a helicopter and it has to loop around the blades and then hit 5 people that are standing in a group. Like, none of those. They are just literally play, shoot at people, get scores. You would naturally progress. I don't even read what the jobs are. I just see them clear every single time. So progression system is exactly what you used to remember. You remember back in Battlefield Bad Company 2 when you wanted that skin for that gun and you just had to, like, use that gun a bunch? That's basically it.
Okay. All right. But I'm saying, like, the things you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Say, let me get in this route. Even though I played the beta, just for those that don't know, so I have played the game and I put about 20 hours into beta, open and closed. So I did play the game. While I don't own it right now and I still have a lot to say, I'm not going long though. I don't agree with E on that they marketed it properly. I agree with E on everything he said about the game as it is now, because obviously he played it as it is now. There is another thing in the game for that people don't know. It's the characters that you pick to be on your team. You also get a buff there. It's not just the passives. If you pick certain characters together, they get specific buffs there. I feel like Sony made a mistake. I feel like them, first of all, showing Concord with the sandwich, making fun of Starfield was a mistake. I feel like them starting with the vignette was a mistake. I feel like them also stating that Concord was only have paid cosmetics for the battle pass was a mistake, because then they flipped it and said, no, we're only charging you $40 and the battle passes will be free from there on. They did change their marketing and their strategy on how they were going to do the game. What I'm pretty sure they were going to do was try to sell you it for $40 and then charge you for the skin, like a battle pass type thing, but it was only going to be for skin. That for me, that I think the mixed messaging threw them off, because people was like, well, if I'm paying for cosmetics, it should have been free. I think them not overemphasizing what was the difference, whether little or not, that made it unique. Like he said, the passives, the team building passives, the passives for you dying in characters, and them not really focusing on that, and also explaining that you can't do team deathmatch in Overwatch because it is a class-based game for real. Even though this has classes, it is not a class-based game. That's the only reason it can have a team deathmatch mode. Them not clarifying that and like when they talked about the game, that should have been the only, like, overemphasizing. Yeah, we see how we could be the same as Overwatch, but here's why we're different. They didn't clarify that, and I think that also is what hurt them. I know the genericness, people hating it. It's getting an unseen amount of hate. Like, the game is bad. The game may be generic to you. The game may be like not your cup of tea. It may not be what you wanted if you were a PlayStation and you wanted single player games. Like the one of the super chat said that people started lashing out. It's a lot of lashing out in all different ways. Xbox fans wanted to fail. PlayStation fans that just want a single player game hating on. people that didn't play it. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But I will just say this to wrap this up: the game is, like he said, polished. It has this little uniqueness. I know people are like confused on why it was in development for 8 years. While I can't prove factually, I'm pretty sure the reason it was in development for 8 years, specifically, because it probably could have came out last year or even before that, and this is just my opinion, is because they have vignettes every week. Apex don't have vignettes every week. They have one every season. And then they have a few things here and there on their Twitter account, or they make a book. Not only is the vignettes every thing, but also they're one of the few service-based games that literally has their roadmap already ready to show you for several months. They were saying they're ready for this game to go in 2 years. Whether it does or not is irrelevant. Saying they showed you their first season coming in 3 months. Apex didn't have that when it, you know what I'm saying? It took Apex a minute to get on a roll. It took Warzone a minute, and they only show you the next season, maybe a season or two out. They got like 4 or 5 seasons, so I think Sony allowed them to build this game to be prepared to be ready for 10 years, so they're not like on the cusp of like, all right, what do we do next? What do we do next? Nah, we already got like 7 seasons, so now we can take our time and develop more seasons after that. I think that's one of the particular reasons why I was in development for so long. And Sony didn't own them the whole time they was in the game. So, you know, I think those two things are part of the reasons why I was in development for years. But I think the hatred that they got threw Sony for a loop. They wasn't prepared, and the marketing slightly changed. They didn't focus on the things they needed to. But all in all, I'm still honestly going to buy the game this Friday. So I'll be able to play with M, whoever else wants to play this Friday. So I don't agree that the marketing, right? I do, because they didn't even put the Astrobot flare on it. No, they marketed a lot online, but they wasn't out here with billboards in Times Square, and
But
you know what I'm saying?
would it
Because
be?
once they
It's a
felt that
brand
heat,
new
once they felt that
Unreal
heat, they was like, all right, we just gonna market it as best as we can. I'm like E though. I think that it's not dead, and I'm riding the boat. For all those that want to make fun of me, that's fine. I'm riding the boat. 5 million in 3 months. I'm going down with the ship. I know it's highly unlikely, probably not even, but I'm still gonna ride it. So y'all can make fun of me all the way for 3 months. I'm it anytime I appear.
Wait. We talking about Concord?
Yeah.
Oh, look who back. Yeah.
Oh, back. Oh, yeah. Hey, my brother.
Just in time.
My brother.
Nah, you way late. The Party Rock when it started with you. He kept
yeah.
But
But we going back to you, my brother. What happened? What are we doing here?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. It's doing great on PlayStation. It's not doing so good on PC, which honestly we don't give a fuck about PC anyway. So fuck them. They don't deserve our goatees and our bangers. Matter of fact, I prayed to the gaming guys that it would fail on PC, and I hope Sony. I mean, low key, we all hope that Sony gives up on the PC initiative anyway. So,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul.
Keep the Battle Pass exclusive to PlayStation.
Right. No, I will say this about it.
All right. What's your views
beta? I played the beta. Because I played the beta, I like what I played. I enjoyed it. Had fun with the game. I bought the game. Game came out. I played it. Continued to play it. I'm an Overwatch guy, so I've played buku amounts of hours of Overwatch. The game is going to appeal to people who like Overwatch type game. It's not going to appeal to the COD shooter. It's not going to appeal. So the appeal of it was already going to be limited from that standpoint. But for two, no, the game isn't dead. I think it's going to be a slow burn, and that's with most games that Sony try to put out that are live service. When you have a fan base that are against live service, when you have a fan base that, you know how we are, you know, PlayStation gamers will say, who's asking for that? We don't want that. Who's asking for that? Just give us a single player. So, and then you got the PC dudes. They want everything from PlayStation to fail anyway, so it can go day and date on PC, right? You got the Xbox guys stuff. They want it to fail because they want PlayStation to join the ranks of Xbox in the dirt, right? So it's a combination of everything. And I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was going to be a long shot anyway. Of even their next game, Marathon, even the next 4 games that they got, 5 games, however many more games they got that live service. They're all long shots because the PlayStation fan base, at least on Twitter, are against it. They don't want it. They don't like it. It don't matter how good it is. They're gonna, you got some people hell divers. I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that shit, even though obviously it's a great game and people playing it. And I just find it ironic. People, and I know the media, they're going to do whatever they're going to do, right? They're not going to do it any favors. I mean, it is what it is. I think Concord is just going to be that sacrificial lamb, but I don't think it's dead. I think there's still plenty to be had there. People still playing it. Shit, I'm still seeing everybody on my fucking, playlists. All my friends are playing it. We're all playing it together. So, I mean, who knows? The game could be, let's say Sony pull the plug on it next week. No harm, no foul, right? You still got plenty of other goatees and bangers to go. But one thing I will say, I just wasn't expecting it to this level. But this is probably for people who haven't played this game and for people who are not interested in this game, I've seen everybody have such a disdain for this game. And I know some of the crowd is going to come because they call it DEI, they call it woke, they call it all the bullshit, right? Because it has the pronouns on there, his and her, and all that shit. So you're letting stuff that has nothing to do with gaming affect a gaming purchase. You're letting that affect your gaming decision. That's the biggest thing that I want to get out of gaming, get the politics and all the other bullshit out of gaming.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that shit.
It's being scapegoated now. It's being used for console war. Yeah,
that shit is annoying, man.
Yeah, gaming was one of those things where it was. It didn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what political spectrum. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're located, where your geolocation is. Gaming is like the universal love, right? Everyone loves Mario. Everyone loves X, Y, all these different games. But now I'm starting to see people, I was going to pick it up, but this woke stuff. And it's like, you listen to Grums, you listen to all these other guys, right, that don't fucking game, come into this community and tell you what to do with your hobby and how you should feel and what you should try. How do you let an outside entity come into your house and tell you what you should like and what you should? You should tell them, get the fuck out of here unless you show me your fucking trophy, right? Show me your fucking gamer tag. Like, don't let these grifters come in here with political bullshit and try to take over gaming, because that's going to take away the love. That's going to be. I mean, you can say what you want for the console war. We all we all technically love Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. No matter how much shit we talk about it, we love them. The gaming. We all own a fucking Xbox. We all own a PlayStation and the Switch. At least the majority of us. I don't want anybody else to come in here.
I don't own that dog shit Series X or S.
Oh man,
that shit's dog shit. All right.
Well,
I had the Xbox One Halo edition.
Last year. That
was the last Xbox. After that, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this shit.
Oh man, come on, Puerto Rock, come on, man.
I'm gonna do what my brother did. I'm gonna get me the Xbox Pro. PC. I'm gonna get the Xbox Series Pro.
Oh man,
shit. I'm gonna get the Super Box. I'm gonna get the mid-gen refresh, the 4090.
Hey, Doc, I'm
just saying though. You made a good point.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a combination of a lot of things that were going against this game specifically. You got the PlayStation fan base seem to be anti-live service, anti-games as a service, right? Then you got the PC dudes that hate that they even got to sign into PlayStation Network, right? So that's working against it. You got Xbox guys just want to see the world burn because their console went multi-plat. And then you got the anti-woke folks pulling the political bullshit on the game. It's a combination. It's just it's unfortunate, right? The same stuff was tried with Hogwarts Legacy, but it's a single player game and people love Harry Potter, but it was able to withstand that shit, right? Other games have been able to withstand it, but not every game is like that. And you got to see it. A lot of people feel like, and they kind of have a point, but they kind of don't have a point. I heard some people say, listen, I played the beta. I thoroughly enjoyed the beta. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to buy it because there's other games like it that are free to play out there. And I agree with them. But my thing is, you're only spending $39 and you never have to pay another dime for this game in your future content and from the years forward. All of it's free versus, one-time fee versus every single one of these free-to-play games. You have to shell out money for all the good shit. And you consistently have to do it every single week, every single month. And before you know it, you done spend $1,000 on some shit. So it's like, I thought gamers got mad. At one point, I thought they got mad when they found out there was a game with microtransactions and loot crates and all this shit. But then I think it's the PlayStation tag, right? I'm gonna use the Xbox and everything. It's the PlayStation. Oh, because it's PlayStation game, I'm not gonna willing to do it. But if it was in Game Pass, then it will be okay. I don't mind. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. I don't know. I think the game is in a weird area. It's a combination of everybody just hating the just even the thought. I mean, I seen a guy I posted gameplay with me, Mooch, Link, and the other guys. We were playing, having fun, and I did a badass move to win. Like, I killed the last 4 or 5 guys of the match, and I posted it on Twitter. In the vitriol that I had, Puerto Rock, just the vitriol. Now, generally, right? If you don't like J-Dub, that's fine. Y'all know I deal with that every day, right? That comes with territory. I'm known for that. That's great. But the disdain and the vitriol that they have for this game. Why are you playing that fucking trash? That woke trash? That DE? Why are you? And these are not PlayStation guys, right? So these are just people that haven't tried the game. Like, if you play a game that I don't like or I don't care for, who gives a fuck? Why would I even care? I don't give a shit what the fuck you play. Who cares? Right? And it wasn't a slight at Xbox. It wasn't a slight at PC. I just post a small clip of me pulling off a boss move. And I read the comments and I was like, oh shit. I was like, why are these guys so angry that I'm enjoying myself in this game with friends? Why does that matter?
You are 100% right. The hate for this game is truly a sight to behold. It is truly a sight to behold because, like you said, this game, people don't even hate the game. They hate what they think the game represents. You have people on one side that hate the fact that it apparently represents the cancellation of games that they would rather have had, whether those are multiplayer or single player games. Oh, why didn't we get Bloodborne because of this game? Why didn't we get Last of Us Factions because of this game? Why is XYZ game deleted or delayed because of this game? Why is there no roadmap because of this game? Then you have the people who hate everything apparently with like their gender identities and their, all of that movement because this game featured pronouns in there, how they. And listen, I'm fine with games being political. I think all art is political. Does it have to be so on the nose? Do they have to literally put pronouns in the games? No. But I can also respect an artist being like, yeah, I'm going to put it in there because that is part of the message I want to send. No problem. The thing is, it doesn't affect you. Saying he, him is not an offense to me. Saying they doesn't somehow offend me. Like, oh, how dare they? Like, bro, like, you were gonna say he anyway. Like when it says Vel and she, her, you were gonna call her as a she anyway. So it's like, what did you lose? But for some people, they just cannot stand that. And then let's be honest. For a lot of people, just the prevalence of black characters or non-white characters, even if they are aliens, even if it's an alien, they're just like, nope, these should be straight white males and females. That's it. So they were always going to be mad at that anyway. But none of that has really to do with the game. And yet the hate that you speak of, it's about that. It's people don't even try to pretend that they don't like what the game offers. They just make it about everything and usually every false thing around the game. So it is extremely frustrating, because it's like you said, you are bringing all of these false narratives into the conversation. This game didn't cancel factions, okay? This game didn't prevent a Bloodborne port from happening. I've seen people come up with this 8-year mathematics, and it cost $250 million, and it had a $50 million marketing budget. I didn't know that suddenly that we had sleuths and insiders deep into Sony's financial networks to be able to tell me exactly what everything costs. But hey, apparently this is what it did. And you know what? So what? It's okay. And we talked before, right? You talked before how this was a long shot anyway. Remember when the news first came out that Sony was going to release 12 live service games? And every single one of us said that, yeah, out of 12, maybe 3 will be mildly successful. Like, we literally predicted this. We literally said 9 of them are going to be complete flops, because that is the path, that is the kind of the risk you take with live service games. So if Concord is a flop, right, and by all indication that we have, it is, then let it be a flop. This is literally what you predicted.
Yeah,
let it be a flop.
It won't be for the first flop that PlayStation ever got. Like,
and it won't be the last.
We get flops all the time. The goal is to get more W's than you have flops. So that's why
those W's to be big enough to make up for the flops that you get, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like we literally predicted this. We literally said not every single one of these games is going to hit. And guess what? Sometimes good games die. We all know of great single player games and great multiplayer games as well, but especially single player games. We all know of great single player games that died. Like people always talk about Sleeping Dogs, right?
Yeah.
It died, right?
Exactly.
People always talk about the favorite single player game from yesteryear that died. So guess what? I am happy with a Concord that is a great multiplayer game that dies. It's okay. I'm not here to save it. I'm not here to convince people to go and try it. I'm just telling you there are certain advantages, and this is what it is. If that doesn't speak to you, that's fine. And that's why, again, if I go back to guess who? I think the judge, is it? I still disagree with the fact that they could have marketed this better. I think the only thing that I will reproach them is that when they had the betas, they didn't have the training mode unlocked. And without training, this game isn't good. That's another thing that people are going to
because they don't know how to play it.
From this game. If you don't go to the training mode and understand how a character plays, because they play so differently from one another, I'm sorry, but I played Rogue Company. Rogue Company was a hero shooter as well. They had different perks and abilities and everything, but it was nowhere near this different. Like, these characters play so intricately different that when you realize the way you can synergize with different characters, even with your own character, the best ways to use them, bro, you become a god on the battlefield. But guess what? That requires you to go into the training mode. So when they had the betas and they didn't have any training mode, I don't understand why they ever thought that was a good idea, knowing the game that they created. But that faux pas aside, I don't think they could have done anything else to make this game more attractive to people. It was still going to be called DEI. It was still going to be blamed for factions and Bloodborne and all of the other PlayStation grievances. It was still going to be called Jim Ryan's, project or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like all of that conversation was still going to be around it. So I don't think more marketing or even better marketing would have saved it from that fate. But again, at the end of the day, if it is a failure, then let it fail, because it's fine. It's okay for a game to fail. It really is. It's okay for a company to try something, not succeed the first time. And like I said, there is a great single player game inside of this game. If you go to the Galactic Guide, which is basically the lore component, it's basically like a giant codex for the lore of the world and everything. They have built a single player game, guys. Like, there's literally like single player story narrative beats that they've put in there. I say get it out. Get out a Concord spin-off that is just a single player game and that has a single player campaign, because I want to play that game as well. So I think they already have a backup plan. I'm really happy with this game. I really am.
Well, hold on. So can I counter that real quick, J-Dub? Let me counter that. I don't disagree. That's what I was trying to tell you, E. I wasn't agree with you. Like, your synopsis game, I agree. And I don't disagree. I also stated that this game had an extreme astronomical amount of hate. against it from the get go. I said that it came from the PlayStation fan players. I said it came from Xbox fans. I said it came from the PC guys. I understood everything y'all said makes sense. That's fine, but that doesn't mean that because there's a lot of people like that don't have anything to do with the console wars. I'm retired, so I be chilling a lot. I watch a decent amount of YouTube, like a decent amount a day. Like there's a lot of people, Luke Stevenson, and a bunch of other people who don't care about the console wars, who just like they don't know what the unique thing is. And when they play the game, Moist Critical, all these people, when they play the game, they still to this day don't know that the passes pass on. They still don't know to this day that if you build a team a specific way, you get a bonus. Put the right characters together, you get a bonus. And then in the match, if you die, you get a passive. That's the most unique thing about the game. Not the vignettes, not the vignettes, not that stuff. So those people that you needed, the Strouds, the big streamers and stuff that play shooters all the time, those guys said the game is fine. It's just they don't know what's unique about it, and that basically they just felt like it's a generic version of Overwatch, which is fine. But if you explain that to them and you were telling them that, then you would have them. They still may have felt the same way. They don't have the hate. There's no hate from them. They still may have felt that way, but they may have gone, "Oh, this is kind of unique," and see how they play out. It might have helped, and if you can get those big streamers on your side, you still gonna get the hate. You're still going. This game was still going to be in trouble, but you would have been able to start the slow way back up probably a little bit quicker than what it is. That's all I was saying. I just think, and like I said, Sony came out and Firespite came out and said that this game was going to be a gas game. They literally said that. They was like, "Oh, all the cosmetics is paid for." That was the battle pass. It's just going to be cosmetics. Which why people were like, "Yo, then this should be free to play." And then they turned it slowly into, "Nah, this is just going to be a $40 straight game that's just going to have free seasons for the time to come," when they got all the hate and they couldn't figure out how to manage it. So the marketing did change. I'm not saying that none of that stuff counts. I'm saying that they may have been able to counter it enough to start a slow uptick. Like if you get those guys to support you and say, "Okay, there is something unique here," then maybe more people will be on it. And as far as the PC dudes, this is not one of the people, I can't remember, said it on Twitter somewhere, said that this game is already the number 42 best-selling game on PlayStation this month. So obviously it's doing okay with the PlayStation fans, even with all the hate, but it's not doing great. PlayStation games typically be in the top 10, top 20. So I understand what y'all saying. I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm just saying they could have did better with the marketing. I think they should have shot it from the tops. Hey, we are done. This ain't a gas game. This is just a $40 game. Get everything. But they said it, but I mean shouted, kept over things. So we got away from the microtransactions completely. Yeah. Go ahead,
so when Foam Stars and Destruction All Stars and those games like that, when they released and they became a dud, we didn't hear anything about it, right? We didn't there was no vitriol. That was just haha ponies, yada 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 yada, right? For the console war shit. But this one here is like that a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people, like for example, Puerto Rico. He hates racing games, right? Everybody knows that. The world knows that. He doesn't like racing games. No matter how much I explain to him or give him a tutorial or show him how to play GT, Gran Turismo, he is not fucking he doesn't care. He doesn't even want to see it. He doesn't care about it. I mean, he's not that audience. But there is a audience out there that is for. And so why it may not be the number one game on Steam, why it may not be the number one on PlayStation, I'm just saying, just the vitriol that I see even right now up and down Twitter, just looking at just so many people just shitting on this game, and I'd like to know why more than just it's a dog shit game or it's this or that. I would really want to know what's the real reason, because if it's the DEI woke shit, then
that's part of it.
I can say,
but you stated everything. You know what
exactly.
You stated everything. It's the DEI. It's the.
I've never there hasn't been a game that has a combination of all of it. Like,
welcome.
When has there been a unifying game that has almost universal hatred? Like, even before the game, like, I don't know. It's just.
But J-Dub, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and this is my last thing to say on it. I'm done after this. It's the circumstance. That's literally what it is. Like, what I think right now, especially for PlayStation fans, nobody else, just PlayStation. PlayStation fans are not happy. They're not. PlayStation fans are happy. Hold on. PlayStation fans are happy with the product. But PlayStation, and y'all even admitted this, Porter Rock and JW, y'all admitted this. Not having that big show, them being so quiet and not at least giving us something and giving the fans something to be excited about. And PlayStation fans ain't crying for no roadmap like Xbox. But what I'm saying is they're doing these PlayStation showcases, and we're even hearing that this next one, not showcase, a PlayStation State of Play. And it's seeming like that's the way they're going for this generation. And for me and M, that's cool. But for the majority of the fan base, they are not feeling that crap. They have been happy with their purchase and they've been getting games. They have not had the excitement that they've had from all the previous generations. It's been very docile, very mundane. Yeah, you're getting all the games, but I'm talking about the excitement.
But that's really console war shit, right? Because technically, think about it. You buy a console, and the whole purpose of having a console is a game. And if they're giving you consistently every single month of every single year, they're giving you a shitload of games, regardless if they're second party, third party, indie, whatever. It's exclusive to your platform, so they're providing. Like, yeah, Microsoft had a showcase. Okay, they had a showcase. Everybody thought it was the fucking creme de la creme. Now what happened, right? Two weeks after that, then the fucking games came to PlayStation. So that's why I say it. The console war is over from that standpoint.
No, JJ. No, wait. I'm not saying console war. I'm just saying, that's why I said I'm not talking about Xbox fans. I'm just saying, you guys had admitted this too. We were like maybe 3 shows ago. Y'all was like, Porter Rock literally said, no, I want the hype. I want to showcase. I want the hype. You agree with that. So while you specifically may not be upset, because the people that's coming from the hatred.
But we also said
the people that's coming with the hatred though. At J-Dub, look. The people that's coming with the hatred. We talk about the X community. We're not really talking about the regular community. We're talking about the crumb side and them. Those people have not been excited with the hype. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is the circumstances of PlayStation not giving a big showcase, getting the fan base hype, and then the Jim Ryan having all these live service games that push the single player games back, and the single player PlayStation fans, as you already said, while they're getting single player, they want the first party stuff and not getting the big first party games, the PlayStation 5 only first party games. It just, that Concord just landed in a spot where the PlayStation fans are just kind of, they're salivating for a showcase. They're salivating for what are the first party studios doing so that they can be hyped. You know what I'm saying? Because like, even though Black Myth Wukong looks good and is dope, the next game that looks amazing is E's game, Death Stranding 2. That game looks like the first legit, like, I know Horizon. I'm a Horizon fan. He's a Horizon fan. But I'm saying, like, that feels like the next level of PlayStation 5 where PlayStation 5 should be. And I just feel like Concord just so happened to land where the PlayStation fans are getting the games, but they ain't getting the hype and feel some type of way about it. That's why E even said, and we've all agreed on this, they're like, yo, we ain't got Bloodborne, but we're the single player games. Factions closed down. They're putting it all on Concord. It's just the timing. That's really what it is. And then DAI being very prevalent. That was going to hit because the Black Myth Wukong got that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like specific to Sony. I'm just saying the PlayStation fans right now are salivating, factually salivating for like a hype. You know what I'm saying? Show us what the first party studios are doing. Moment. It's been like that for like 2 years. We can't fake. The only things we can say is we're still getting games that make us happy, but they're not like, come on. Stellar Blade is dope. Helldivers is dope. Black Myth Wukong is blowing up the scene in China and even here, but China. But we haven't got that hype game yet. Death Stranding 2 for me, like the closest thing I was like, and I don't even like Death Stranding. And I still was like, that joint looked freaking amazing. And I felt like that hype, that's the hype that they're looking for. That's just my opinion. I'm done. Sorry, Porto.
So good. Man, spit your bars. Spit your bars.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I totally agree with you from that standpoint. maybe it's me. Like, again, and I go back to the console war. As a gamer, I can separate the bullshit that that I tweet or I say, like all the shit. I totally, when I game, I totally separate that from the reality. And the reality is, all the freaking games I've got this year, I have yet, like, I've only been able to clear like 3 or 4 of them because they fucking keep dropping. And I'm not going to not buy the game day one and be there on it, right? So my rotation of games are fucking plentiful. I just fucking rotate them shits every 2 hours. You'll see me on a different fucking game. I'll play Concord for 2 hours. I'll switch over to Black Myth Wukong, and I'll just keep going through my rotation. And I get what you're saying. People, there are some people that we all want the big bangers, but at this point, we know they're not. Sony's not going to wake up tomorrow and just say, "Hey guys, we got some unannounced first-party AAA banger dropping next week." Right? We know that these games aren't coming to next year. So we got Astrobot coming. That's going to do well. We got Silent Hill 2 coming. We got a couple other games that's exclusive for PlayStation coming for the rest of the year. We got the PS5 Pro coming next year. I'll be honest. Next year's going to be great, but I just never been in that moment where I'm like, this is some bullshit. They need to do X, Y, and Z outside of the console war shit. Yes, I want them to show a showcase or state of play that show me all the, they showed Wolverine, 2 years ago or some shit like that? Maybe 3 years ago. Whenever they showed it. Yeah, we'd love for every show to be like that. Right? We know that they're working on some shit. All their first party working on some bangers. We know that, right? Now, when they're going to come, we don't know. When is Sony going to show them? We don't know. They got to show them eventually. And I do get that frustration for those who want to see that stuff. But if that, I guess I'm trying to put it in a way like maybe I can see past them not having showcases because you're keeping me occupied with fucking consistent high quality games. And at the end of the day, that's what matters to me the most. But this is an opinionated thing, right? There's somebody saying, out there, a lot of people are probably saying, well, yeah, you're giving me the games, you're giving me what I want, but I want this. I want the other shit. No, I want the showcases. I want to match, and I know that every time Xbox comes out with a showcase or a show or something like that, or Nintendo come out with G-Houses, people want Sony to come out with that, and rightfully so in their own right. But if they're not doing that, I don't think I'm going to throw the baby out with the bathwater because that hasn't come yet.
Yeah, I mean,
I just again, that's why I say it's more of a opinionated thing to each his own. Shit, when they do come out with the showcases, I'm pretty sure that shit's gonna be fire. We're all gonna be on cloud 9. We're all gonna, put everybody's mind at ease and shit like that. But right now, I think the most pressing thing for me is I want to get that goddamn PS5 Pro in my hands so I can play Black Myth Wukong in 4K 60 frames. So I can play my Forza, my Gears, and my Halo.
Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't put the cart before the horse. You don't know yet.
We got 36 T-flops.
Don't put the cart before the horse, man. You don't know what the...
We going Colt Eastwood. We got the Delta. The Delta's on our side now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The Delta is on our side now.
You heard it here first for the Rock. I heard the PS5 Pro is slightly more powerful than a PC. Oh
man! let me answer. Let me try to take a stab at J-Dub's question, right? And this actually goes beyond console. Mm-hmm. This is the truth, and this is weird for me, right? I'm gonna let you guys know. Out of us, I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up in the '90s, late '80s, early '90s, right? No internet. I didn't, we didn't have the click, no, none of that, right? There was no swipe left, swipe right bullshit. There was no texting. I had the beeper, look at any video. Look at the movie Kids, if you remember in the 90s. That was pretty much my generation. Yeah, we didn't have beepers, we didn't have texting.
Late 70s.
Yeah. So it was hanging out in the mall, hanging out in the streets, drinking a 40 at 15 years old in a basketball, in a park, things like that. Hookies, house jams.
Scramblers.
Yeah, there was no talking shit online. You talk shit to their face, or you don't do it at all. And if somebody heard you talking shit about them, they're gonna come find you. That's just how the world works. You didn't have 1,000 friends. You didn't get 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? It was just a different thing, right? But what I noticed across the board, and it's not just within the gaming community, it's just in everything. I'm noticing people like feeling like they're a victim. They like to be angry at something. Like something has to be wrong, and no matter what it is, people enjoy doing that on the internet. Like something sucks. Oh, poor me. This is sucked. Whatever. Like they want to be part of something that wronged them, and they want to be part of it, right? And then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. That's bullshit." And now you got this fever of everyone feel like they're wrong over something that has nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's like, like a video game. Like the whole DEI woke thing. I don't get it in video game because we played characters who were animals and shit.
Yep.
Like we played characters we played Altered Beast. They were tigers and lions. We played fucking weird animals and shit like that. We played Italian plumbers saving a guy in a mushroom kingdom, saving a princess. We played all these weird games and shit like that. Like we played fucking what's that fucking what's the animal fucking in Mario? Yoshi.
Animal.
We played Yoshi.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Yoshi?
He's a
We
dinosaur.
played them. We enjoyed them. You understand what I'm saying? We like gaming was just all this crazy and amazing shit and weird shit and just different characters from Kid Chameleon to Shinobi. Listen, this is the truth. If Metroid was a brand new IP today, they would call that DEI the moment Samus takes her helmet off.
Definitely.
When she took off her helmet off, and I was there, I saw the helmet off. I was like, yo, she's a chick, yo, that shit's crazy. Now, oh my God, another DEI. Why do they hate men? Who the fuck hates men?
Yeah.
No one hates men. No one does. No one hates women in real life. Like, what are we doing? This is all internet bullshit. Metroid today would be DEI. Because you will see all this fantastic shit that Samus does, all this incredible stuff, and in the end, when the helmet comes off, everybody will be pissed. Everybody. Right that time, ooh, Nintendo don't respect men. Like, they don't like masculinity. Why? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a fake character on a video game. Like, bro, like, all this stuff is just, everybody's just angry. Look at the shit Assassin's Creed did. You had a white dude pretending he was Japanese until he got caught. That's where we're at. We had a white dude who pretended to be Japanese to justify not to have a black man in a video game.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now. That's how victim-minded people are today. That's how deep into victimization people want to feel like wronged. They want to create it. Like, bro, listen. If you guys, like, if people on the internet want to feel wrong, then your life must be great. Because there's real life shit going on outside the internet. So I don't know what great, perfect life you're living, that in order to find drama in your life, you have to create it on the internet. God bless you, bro. God bless if you're living that type of life where you have to create fucking bullshit to make it feel like you're living life with bullshit. Because believe me, I got plenty of bullshit in my life that I don't need the internet to add more. That's the last thing, right? I don't need to have more victimization. Like, God, like, how much, like, holy shit. So if dudes is just trying to play victim on the internet because life is just perfect, then fuck, tell me what you're doing. Because I need to know. Because there's plenty of crazy shit in the real world that's happening. I don't need to pretend I'm a victim on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what's weird in this shit. Anti-woke, DI, over video games. Politics, all right. I could get it, right? I could get parents not being upset that some states are creating laws that allow kids to keep secrets from them, or personal business, or, I get that. That's real shit. That's real life politics shit. But a video game? company says, hey, you should add more women, whatever. But here's another thing, reviewers are now saying not enough women or not enough men or not enough trans or not enough Puerto Ricans. That's not part of the review. Like, that's not, you're not reviewing the product. If you want more something in the game, you make it then. Now you're intruding on a whole different level. The game is what it is. Is the game good? Does it play well? Does the story make sense? How's the performance and shit like that? Or did you get a yellow chair too? Hell, half these dudes don't even beat the game. Right. Half these, the reviews don't even beat the game. So it's like, whatever. Most of the time, I don't even read reviews. I haven't read a review in a long time. I look at the scores. Listen, I'll be honest. I look at the scores just to talk shit. I'll be honest. Just let's be honest. It's to talk shit. Yeah. Really. It ain't really useful, right? The only thing that's useful is actually seeing the walkthroughs, the playthroughs of the game, because you actually get to see the game and how it runs and performs. If you want to know how a game performs, go pull up a streamer and watch them play real quick. And if the game's fucked up, you're going to see it. Because it's going to be like, you're going to see the frame rate hits and all that shit. Or go watch a Digital Foundry review. And even then, they point out the most minute shit. Like, we zoom in at 300,000% on this back panel of the background. I'm not looking at that shit. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to do all that. Sure, it's good troll. And then they complain, say, oh, we're not console war. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, they are. They're the head console warriors.
Yeah, what non-console warring gamer cares that you zoom the image 300% to find the little jaggedy? Mm-hmm. No one cares about that. You can't see that. In fact, the reason why it's jagged is because it's so far back. Sony or any third party's not going to worry about that. It's too far away to focus on that. They're not going to make that little far back thing that you don't even see pristine. And no, they're not going to do that. That's console war material.
You started a fire in the chat. They are not agreeing with you and agreeing with you. They are arguing about this in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the thing. Here's the thing. You could disagree, but I guarantee you're not having these conversations in the real world. No one is going to say in the real world, Concord's DEI. You ain't saying that shit in real life. No one's going to talk to you about that. This is all on the internet.
Okay, hold on, wait.
Can I just say,
go ahead.
The thing that I don't like about the whole politics in gaming thing is that gaming has always been political. And what I don't like is that just a week ago, it wasn't an issue. Like, take a look at Grand Theft Auto 4. The DLC is literally called The Ballad of Gay Tony. Do you know why it's called Gay Tony? Because Tony's gay.
Tony is gay, yeah.
You know? It's really truly right there. And you played, I'm pretty sure you played.
You couldn't make that game now. You couldn't make Ballad of Gay Tony today.
You can't make it now. And it's like, that's the thing that I don't like. Like, take a look at Final Fantasy VII. It is one of the most leftist, on-the-nose, environmentally conscious games ever. It's literally, the planet is dying because the corporation is sucking its soul out. Let's stop that. It is literally one of the most leftist. Nowadays, it'll be called woke propaganda. It's like, no. Art has always had a message. Always. So the thing is, we just didn't used to label it with these useless terms. I am okay with a Ballad of Gay Tony. I am okay with a leftist woke propaganda thing, sure. But I'm just not okay with these terms because what they do is they just reduce the conversation to nothing. They basically make it seem like, okay, you can't enjoy this because your real life political view somehow disagrees with elements of it. But it's like, no. And then people say, oh, let's get the politics out of gaming. You can't get politics out of gaming. Anything that matters has something to say. So, take a look at any of your favorite game. Like, I took an example in one of my videos. I took Tetris because I was like, someone is going to try to find out the most non-political thing ever. So they're going to go to puzzle games. Because in puzzle games, all you're doing is arranging bricks. And I'm going to pull out Tetris and I'm going to say, see, Emmanuel, Tetris is one of the most soul games ever. And it's not political at all. Because video games don't have to be political. Not knowing that Tetris is one of the most political games ever created because it was released in the Soviet Union. And when it was first exported to the West, they literally called it a Soviet mind game. They literally called it a Soviet mind game. It was a huge kerfuffle. It's such a kerfuffle. There's a movie on it.
He said kerfuffle.
Yeah.
We are very
No,
elegant.
literally.
We're so demure on this podcast. Very demure. Kofofo.
Listen, man. Listen. It was a huge political situation. Tetris. Yes, bricks were political as fuck. So games have always been political. But the thing is, movies have always been political. So do other pieces of art. Dances are political. Like literally. But the thing is, those mediums, the people that enjoy those mediums, the people that pay attention, they have the conversations. Like they literally do. They literally they accept that, a movie will come out, a film will come out, when it's talking about the Holocaust or whatever, and that there will be a real life political counterpart to that thing. But then at the same time, they can also choose whether or not to engage it and enjoy it just as a piece of art on its own, or whatever part of the spectrum they want to land. It's mature enough for people to just live with both, right? Like it's just that's what I hate about gamers, man. And it's like our medium is mature now that we can have political conversations in our games. Like take a look at 1984, one of the most widely known, one of the most political books ever. Does any book reader ever go, oh, you should take the politics, just take the politics out of that? Take a look at Animal Farm, again by George Orwell. Who goes, oh, take the politics out of that book? No. No, people just there are people that read Animal Farm and they don't think about the deep political implications. There are people that read it and they do, and all of them can conversate. None of them goes, oh, work, trash, DEI on fucking Animal Farm. But no, it's like with games, we have to either pretend that politics don't exist, or we have to just label it terms that don't help have the conversation. Be fucking mature and understand that our medium has got to the stage where we can have both. Okay, we can have reviewers. You talked before. Some reviewers saying that there's not enough women in Black Myth Wukong. You know what? I defend the right to make that point. Cool. And guess what? I also defend a gamer that doesn't care about that point. Some people don't care about freaking women representation or female representation or Black representation. I do. For some of them, I don't care about transgender representation in games. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't even listen. When it comes to gender identity politics in real life, I don't pay attention to that. When it comes to racial identities, I do. I choose which political conversations matter to me, just like you're free to. But I would never go to a person, oh, don't talk about that stuff because it's just a video game. No, because if it was a book, if it was a film, they wouldn't have any issue. Because over there, the people that enjoy it are mature enough to understand that, yeah, there are conversations to be had around any piece of art. Like, fuck. Art is always political, bro. And video games are art.
I'm going to say this. That's incorrect. But I hear what you're saying. You're not wrong. Let me make sure you're clear. You're not wrong in what you're saying.
You're not
but
wrong.
You're wrong. No. I'm going to explain the part that he is wrong.
But you're not right.
I'm in the film industry. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design. I'm in the film industry. That shit's heavy in the film industry. Yes, there are politics in film, but they do that DEI stuff in films. They do that DEI stuff in books. You may not be in that space or care about that space. It's there. It's in everything. I'm talking about it's everything and everywhere. Wow, I understand y'all saying this and that. It is very much so alive in the real world.
But wait, you disagreed with me. What did you disagree with me on?
That you said it wasn't in film and books.
No, I literally said that every art medium is political.
No. You said the DEI stuff, the conversation.
No, I said the label doesn't get applied.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not true.
Oh, you mean there are films that are called DI and films that are called work?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
They do that to Disney. They're like, oh, the whole second half of Disney was DEI and woke because of Shang-Chi. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's the part I said you was wrong with. That was it. So that's what I'm saying. They apply those labels to those to movies. They doing it to Disney. They do it to books too. I can name. The same people that argue about the game versions are also the same people that argue.
The people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The people that. I thought you.
Yeah, no.
It's the same crowd.
But
it's the same crowd. All I was just saying is, I was just saying they apply it to movies and books too. Right, it's a mindset. But what I would say is this: it is very apparent in the real world. And I'll just say from my own personal, when I went to SCAD, right. Probably like my second year in script writing class, I had a whole beef with people in my class over this stuff because I had a bunch of kids. Now I'm just retired out of the military. I'm in my 40s. These kids is old enough to be, about the same age as my kids. My kids is 24 and 18. 2 boys, okay? I'm in there writing my script. I just wrote a fantasy. I like writing fantasy. Basically, I want you to do escapism. I'm doing it so you can escape from the real world and enjoy your time. I got lambasted by the whole entire class because the whole class was into what people would say is DEI. I don't say woke because that is absolute wrong way to use it. That's not what woke is, but DEI, gender politics and stuff. The whole class, including my professor, because my professor was like 23 years old, okay? Basically lambasted me because I wrote a story about a character that had personality disorder, but it wasn't about personality disorder. It was like a fantasy, like this character can transform into a cat person, blah, 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 right? And they were like, yo, did you study DEI? Personality disorder. And like, they literally gave me hell about it because I wrote about something that wasn't even the point of my film. I was just using it as like a moving force for the movie, but it wasn't the point. And they're so fixated on
that's the victim.
They're so fixated on like, they were so fixated on, like you said, right? You're right, Proto. They were so fixated on like, do you know the reality of this? And all their stories was like racism, sexism, all the things y'all talking about, almost everything. And I didn't hate on their films. Like you said, I'm an adult, I'm mature. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I understand. I wasn't asking them, but because they did that to me, I'm a petty person. So I just started going, well, have you, you know what I'm saying? You're a person in LGBT. Have you experienced any of that hate that you're explaining? Well, no. Well, do anybody experience that hate that you're explaining? Well, no. So then why are you writing about it? You told me I can't write about personality disorders because I didn't study it and I don't know people like that. So why are you writing about something you explain? And I'm petty enough that I'm like, y'all don't have no real world experience in anything y'all talking about. So like, I took it personal. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got caught up in that because I'm like, I'm from the hood. I'm from DC. My uncle was killed in front of me at 6, walking me through a park. My other uncle was killed in my house. They broke into my house, killed my uncle in front of me and his mother. Like, I've been through racism. I've been through these things. I've seen this stuff. I could write about that all day. Hood stuff, being on the block, things like that. But I don't, because that's not what I'm interested in. You don't have to. I'm not trying to hate on you because you didn't personally live it, but that stuff is permeating through the younger crowd. It is very thing, and that's why there is a battle on. Because in real life, especially in America, and I would say mainly in America, is a real life battle. It's just not as prominent as online. So this is a little pushback. I'm not saying that these things are right or wrong. I don't care. I really would not like to be involved in it. I don't care. Everything's been. X-Men is political. Literally, mutants, racism. Like, come on.
That's
now.
Literally, yeah. And it's always been that way. X-Men's always been that way. Always.
And I understand X-Men. The people that have an issue with the on the nose. Like he said this earlier, the on the nose thing. Where it's like so on the nose, you just kind of roll your eyes and competitive in it. Like you get where you get. And I just chalk that up not to DEI. I chalk that up to terrible writing, where almost every woman is badass. That honestly, in the movies, I'm just talking about films where I'm at. Every woman now is like a badass that, and all the men are bad and rapists and terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you looked at the Harley Quinn movie, every dude in that movie was bad. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a good guy in that movie and all the women were badasses. And that's fine. You can have that, right? But when all the female movies are doing that, you just start to roll your eyes. You just start to go, okay. That's where that's coming from.
Yeah, that's like, so if watch movies, you tend to see like a streak. Like something happens and then they all copy each other and it's like, all of this is fucking bad. Like, and that just tends to music. Same thing with music. Sometimes you have like a streak of music and it's like, where the hell did this shit come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just all.
Yeah, but the internet made it worse. The internet made it worse because now you got yes men.
And it's because.
That's the thing.
That's because the internet produced people that want to be angry, and then everybody joins together.
Yes, and you got the yes man in full effect too. Remember back in the day, like you said, I'm late 70s. You said early 80s or something of that nature. Yeah. Back in the day, they always used to call these people yes man. Where like if you said something, they'd be like, "Yeah, you're amazing, you're the best," even if you weren't. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody on the internet has to find their group. If you hate black people, you can find them. And the bad part is because of the algorithms and things, you just get reinforced that over and over. You don't get it. When you see something different, these kids, they see something different from their own political or their own viewpoint. They literally be really wanting to, like, because they gotten reinforced of watching so much of the people that agree with them and finding people that agree with them, millions upon hundreds of thousands of people, like you said, thousands of friends and stuff that's like, yeah, you know, don't like black people. Finally get to somebody and say, you know, black people aren't that bad. They're like, oh, you gotta die. Like, are you okay? You know, and they be dead serious. Like, they be really, like, if they could, they might not do it in your face because, you know, when they meet, oh, I don't really fight like that. But if they could kill you and get away with it, or they figure out a way, they might have, you know what I mean? But again, that's because of the internet's reinforcement of yes man, and like you said, victim syndrome. And there's a plethora of other things. This conversation could go on for days. I'm done. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
That's what I say, man. I said the main thing, this generation, I feel bad for this younger generation, for the generation growing up on the internet from scratch. I feel bad for y'all. I really do, right? Because you're learning from people that you really don't know if their experience is genuine. I didn't grow up on the internet at all, so my experience is like I see you right here in front of me, right? I see people get their ass whipped, right? I see what happens if one guy faces another guy and says the N-word or says a racial slur. They get fucked up. It's not like the internet. There's no hiding behind the keyboard. There's repercussions to what people say. You say the wrong thing, you say something slick, like all the slick shit people used to say on the internet, you couldn't say that when you grow up because the person's right in front of you and you get stomped the hell out. You see what I'm saying? So I grew up from experiences that were real, and I genuinely see it. A lot of you people grow up on the internet seeing all these comments and whatever. You might agree with the comment, but you don't know if it's all genuine, trolling. It's all this weird shit. And I just feel bad that a lot of people's experience are coming from the internet vice out there. Like, go out there.
AI is about to get worse.
Go out there. Listen, go out there, you know. Approach that girl, approach that guy. If you get rejected, that's okay. Move on to the next one and stuff. You know, don't listen to Andrew Tate, or Fresh and Fit podcast. That's not gonna work. You're gonna live a terrible life and stuff like that. Life's gonna suck. It's just real crazy and stuff. But anyway, but it's just how it is, right? But anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Yeah. Let's go back to thrashing Xbox. Because that's always a good time.
Always a good time, he says.
It's always a good time. Let's lighten the mood for the chat, all right, chat? We're gonna get this back on track. All right.
Like the train that's pushing.
We're gonna make you feel good, right? We're gonna make you guys feel good, all right? We're gonna get back right on track, right? All right. We got Vicky up in here. We're gonna make her cry once again, right? I'm assuming Vicky's a girl.
Yeah.
Did I misgender? Am I misgendering?
Don't start that because you did this last time. They told you. Wait, wait, what?
Am I misgendering?
There might be a day.
Was a boy.
Just go with the day. Go with the day.
Listen. I'm gonna just say this right here. Listen right here, right? Because again, I didn't grow up in the internet age, right? I got on the internet as an adult, right? Mm-hmm. You know, but no matter what, I'm just gonna be respectful to people, right?
Yeah, they count you in the chat.
You call yourself a girl, you're a girl. If you call yourself a
guy,
you're a guy.
Already.
You know what I'm saying?
Too late for the rock. They're canceling you already.
You know what I'm saying? Vicky is a dude. Why would hell would a girl get this much energy? Yo, girls are different today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen the muscle mommies? They be lifting, doing pull-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm just saying, you know, if Vicky's a dude, my bad. Hey, listen, I need to ask. That's all. I'm just asking so I could be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I need you. You know what I say? You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna add a feature. I need all of you to let me know your pronouns.
Put your pronouns in the chat.
Don't add that feature.
Yeah, I'm adding that feature.
They already was arguing like crazy about the. Just talk about that's just gonna make.
Listen, I need pronouns. You know, I show respect. I'm just doing it for the respect. I just want to show people respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Porter, do you know what my pronoun is?
What's it? What?
My pronoun is E.
That's it. That's his pronoun
for extreme.
Muscle, for extreme. My pronoun is Iron Man. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, let's listen. Let's listen to this. This is so glorious, right?
The messaging is just not good. It continues to not be good. But this gets to what you're saying, Destin, about, okay, where is there a point of no return? Kind of like the train, that's pushing the DeLorean in Back to the Future Part 3, where once you pass that point of no return, you're either going to die or you are going to successfully get back to 1985, where the third party question, I think people maybe didn't take you seriously when they heard you say that. Oh, Destin's just being hyperbolic, but no, I think there is a legitimate conversation to be had here.
I think they're going full slate, and I think the Xbox as we knew it is gone. I think they need their money back from the deal, the $70 billion deal, and they need to start seeing returns on that immediately. Like, there were talks on the Iron Lords podcast about how it's weird that they're not even announcing that Call of Duty is part of Game Pass. Like, that marketing isn't doing well. Their marketing team saying, oh, we're a scrappy upstart for the $1 trillion company in the UK. It's just insanity to me. Like, I don't know what's going on at the company anymore and what their strategy is. It just seems like all over the place. And I just don't get it. I do think they're going to go third party. I think the Forza rumors are true. I think Halo multiplayer would make a lot of sense on PlayStation 5 at this point. Like, nothing is sacred. I think they need to recoup that money. And when you look at the player numbers, it's like, okay, would 60 million additional potential sales be a good thing or a bad thing? Because we think the console is around 30 million for the Xbox Series X and S. And Phil talked about in that same comment about how they have a very healthy console audience. He did specify the Xbox console, but when you add the PlayStation console into that, you're talking about an additional sell-through of like 170 million consoles versus the about 80 million that you're currently at with the Xbox One series of consoles and the Xbox Series X and S.
But if your installed base was healthy enough, would you put Indiana Jones on PlayStation 5 if you could make a sufficient amount of money on keeping it on your own platform and maybe getting the mess?
Oh man, yo, why are these guys talking about shit we've been said for a long time? Like, now they realize what's going on.
I got an answer for that.
Go ahead.
Detroit become human, bro. They all androids. They all y'all think I'm joking. Xbox fans are hive mind androids, and Destin just became a deviant. Tim Dog became a deviant. Jez, Red Dragon.
If you played the game, good one.
now, look.
The shit turned red. The little thing that.
Yeah, that shit turned. Now look, Kid Smooth didn't become deviant. He just malfunctioned, and they had the Xbox had him fixed. You know what I'm saying? He admitted he only malfunctioned for a second. So, but there are a lot of Xbox fans that's just starting to become deviant. They are leaving that Xbox hive mind. They can't take it anymore, and that's where I go with it. Go ahead.
Oh shit, that's a good point, man. Like, yo,
they're gonna bleed green behind the PC screen. I'm riding with it.
But you know what's crazy is we all talked about this, and we've been talking about this since you were started on the podcast. I've been talking about this long before. J-Dub, King Thrash, right? And like the signs was not really like it was literally in your face. It was like so obvious, like what was happening. Like it was so obvious, like the console wasn't selling. And the number one question is, what do you do when you have two back-to-back gens and your console's just not doing it? Like you go for a third? You think it's baseball? 3 strikes and you're out? So this was something we all seen coming, and now these guys are talking about it, shocked, surprised. Like, bro, we seen Microsoft negative numbers for 2 years. That's 8 quarters. 8 quarters of this shit, and you're shocked that Microsoft is like, yo, like, let me ask you, did I ask them this? Do you think that it's really, like, in terms of them being shocked, now we got Destin Lingari, the other dude, Ryan McCaffrey, to which he blocked me out of the blue, and I don't say shit to him, but oh well, I get it, he's hurt. all these guys, do you think that it's really they're I don't want to say angry. They're disappointed, but are they really disappointed in Microsoft, or are they disappointed in themselves? Because Microsoft, in a way, is telling them, "You guys are not enough. You guys don't mean anything at this point." So they kind of realize, damn, us as Xbox console gamers, we really don't matter because we're not big enough. We didn't grow far enough. Like, are we really just a niche fan base? Right? You know what I'm saying? And now they're just trying to find another reason, maybe talk shit about Phil, talk shit about this, when in reality, the truth is, the actual Xbox fan base for consoles is just not big enough. It's not a factor in gaming. What do you think, Em?
So I think I want to say the difference between a good liar and a good con man. A good liar knows that they have to believe their own lies in order to portray those as true. That's what a good liar does. A good con man that does the same, but also remembers that he is lying. And I feel like these people became really, really good liars. So they believed in their own lies, but then they forgot to remember that they were lying.
They were supposed to be common.
Yeah, exactly. They forgot the other half. They were not good enough. So when you look at their reaction now, it's like, all the way from the sadness of Destiny when he had Henjutsu, all the way from there.
That thing, he did the wavy thing, man. Oh man.
Yo, when you look at it all the way from there, you realize that at some point they started to believe their own lies in a deep way. Like I still remember when the tools were the reasons, now it's the MT framework, which is the latest thing. Funny how there's always a super technical, super engineering, specifically technical explanation that we somehow always know just the day after. Just the day after the bad news, we now know about all of this MT framework. When just the day after the first Digital Foundry videos were coming out, we now knew about the tools that were missing and the development keys and the GDKs and everything like that. It's always just the day of or just the day after that we find out about all of these glaring flaws that apparently were going on. No, I think at the end of the day, they just drank their own Kool-Aid. They believed their own lies. And so now they are shocked by what is happening because reality can no longer uphold, whatever veneer they were trying to put forward. Because while you were saying, hey, this is going to be an issue, or hey, or when I was in YouTube comments, man, I was a YouTube comment warrior. Too bad that doesn't get as much attention as Twitter, because you guys would have known me, when I was under the Destiny Legary videos, and I was like, what? By what scheme do you believe that with the momentum that PlayStation has had from the PlayStation 4 and the lack of mindshare that Xbox has had during the Xbox One, that you are somehow going to result in a catastrophic rise, from for Xbox, or a catastrophic decline from PlayStation that you think will equate to your Henjutsu happening? And he was like, oh nah, it will just happen. And I was like, why? There's no indication of that. There's no reason why. This is way before the Phil Spencer interview when he said that, people's digital libraries are the reason why. But I was like, there's no reason for a PlayStation guy to want an Xbox because they released the console without any games. So literally at the moment where people are ready to reset their mind, like when people are like, okay, let's clear the board, let's start a new game. It's a bit like Monopoly, isn't it? You can be trashed as bad as possible in one game, but when that new game starts, all of that is old news. You got a clear mindset, you got a new strategy, you're ready to play. But I said, okay, the problem is you have no cards now. You have nothing to play. And I was like, what does Xbox have that's going to make other people support it? And he was like, no, it will just happen. And I was like, how? But that's it. At the end of the day, these people became really good liars, but they did not become good con artists, and they believed their own lies. They drank their own Kool-Aid. So now they are surprised because they told themselves that something else was going to happen.
I'm telling you, Detroit become human. I'm not joking with that hive mind. It wasn't just one. The reason they got lost in their lives is because they all believed it unified. They unifiedly believed that, but they all together believed the same thing, and they reinforced their BS together. And the directive. The crazy part is like the directive. They can make fun of Sony PlayStation fans, but the directive don't be coming from, because Sony don't talk to us. They don't care about us whatsoever. The directive be coming from Xbox itself. Like Phil come out and say 60 frames, no compromise in that E3 or the E3 time frame event before they even showed the Xbox. Before they even showed the Xbox Series X at the Game Awards that year. 6 months before that, in the E3 time frame, like Rock said, they jumped all over 60 frames, 4K, no compromise, and then Aaron Greenberg reinforced it. And then from there on, for a year and a half, PlayStation had to hear 60 frames, no compromise. PlayStation's catching on fire. And this is what I'm talking about when I say they start fights and they can't fight. Because then what happened? The PlayStation came out, was doing better, had games, whether you called it DLC, tech demos, or whatever you want to call it. They had games. And then all of a sudden it became, the tools, like E said. Like, I'm like, the drink was crazy. And then they're going, and remember, then it was the console sales. Remember, that whole year and a half, PlayStation scared the show. PlayStation scared. It's console sales. We gonna blow y'all out. Xbox.
Where's the PlayStation? How come we don't see it?
Yeah, where's the PlayStation? But also, they just kept talking about console sales numbers. And then you got people coming out here in the Xbox community telling us, well, PlayStation fans always talk about numbers. Y'all started it. Y'all bring up the numbers. And then when you lose in it, then all of a sudden y'all want to change the conversation. Everybody should just play games. We should all just be friends. It should be until y'all think y'all can win something. That's what it is, Vicky. That's for you. You know what I'm saying, Vicky?
Oh, shit.
You got to understand. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the same thing. You still on the Hive Mind network with Phil Spencer. You know, is Phil Spencer emailing you like he emailed Colt when Colt started saying 60 deltas? That came directly from Phil Spencer. We saw that in the email when Phil Spencer said, "Oh, we got this hands down with the console 60. We think we got a 60 frame delta," and then all of a sudden Colt Eastwood came out there, and we know exactly where they got it from the master himself. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep riding with your team, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding the boat of 5 million 3 months and sinking with it. At least I ain't lying about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to change the narrative. It don't hit 5. Y'all just gonna continue to beat me up, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
My man, please, something happened. Hey, fucking sell that shit for $10 on Black Friday. You didn't say at what price. You didn't say at what price it was gonna sell. You just said $5 million in 3 months.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
That shit ain't gonna happen. I know, but it's cool. I'm still riding the boat.
Oh man. All right. Hey, it's just. But speaking on catching up to things after the fact, here's another one. Let me show you another thing. Pertaining to Xbox Series S. Now, once again, they caught up.
That's why I always say, you know, Microsoft's the one that put people in this situation. Xbox are. So if there's situations like, Black Myth, Baldur's Gate 3, I don't care if Microsoft has to send teams over there 24/7 and essentially build that port themselves. Yeah. You're the one that put this variable in here. We shouldn't be losing games because of your guys' decision. I have never owned a Series S. And this is the second game, potentially more, the only two. That's the second game that I'm missing that could be potential Game of the Year material because of a decision Xbox and Microsoft made that I didn't ask them for. You know, I was never buying the Series S.
You know, Addict, I said it. I was wrong in the past for what I used to say about the S, because I was like, oh no, it's okay, it's fine, it's great for the consumer, it's cheaper. But when I look back at it now, and I tell Colt this all the time, and some people may hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it, I think it was a mistake. I think adding that extra SKU for developers out there is just a mistake.
That's why
you know what's crazy? It's not like we're just fanboying about it. We thoroughly explain that one of the advantages of the console is that it's one box, and you allow developers to just focus on one box as compared to a world of PC with insane amount of configurations. But when they go to this one console, they're like, whew, all right, There's one console. This is how it's done. Let's work with it, and then over time, because it's one box where the specs don't change year after year after year, they get better at it. They squeeze out more juice. That's why traditionally, right, you saw games the way they look at launch, and then compare on how they look at the end of the gen, and how much more they do. Look what they did with Ghost of Tsushima at the end of the gen, which is fucking incredible. And compare that to the first Infamous Second Son. You see what I'm saying? It's just an incredible thing, right? But when Microsoft announced the Series S, and they were like, it's just a 1080p version, most of us thought, okay, you'll have a weaker GPU. But when they also had weaker memory, like, wait a minute. Now the only thing they have in common is just the CPU. Everything else is different. The memory bandwidth's lower and slower, and you got a weaker GPU. Like, this is beyond 1080p. This is a whole different console that you actually created. And we're telling people this is not going to work. And everybody's like, oh, you can scale. That's not how it works. You don't scale down. You scale up. Right? People were confused about PC gaming. PC gaming is scale all the time. Yes, it's called the minimum spec. That's where they start. Hey, this game works with the minimum spec. Right here. And then they work their way up. But with Xbox Series X, we're trying to make it because you want the most out of the Xbox Series X. And now they're trying to figure out, all right, how do we balance this out with the Series S? Like, how do you maximize the Series X and everything it can do, allegedly, but still have to put the game on the Series S? That's asinine. That's absolutely asinine, you know? And people didn't get that. They were calling us fanboys, or you're wrong, you guys don't know tech. And we're like, this shit ain't gonna work. This two-screw shit don't work. This is console. This is not PC. And again, even PC, as much as configurations they have, they set the line first with a minimum spec. They say, hey, this is the minimum. And then they work with that. And the game works with that. Sure, it doesn't look great. 720p, 30 frames, low settings, but the base of it is there. Then when you think about it, after that, it's just really incremental setting adjustments. When you think about it, right? Because the base game don't really change from a 490 to a minimum card. It's just the settings and the frame rates, the performance, and all the glitter and the glam. But the functional base of the game is what works with this minimum spec. After that, you're talking bells and whistles. You're talking ultra settings, you're talking ray tracing, 60 frames, 90 frames, 120 frames, right? But it's not like it turns into a totally different game. It's not like new boards and new maps appear out of thin air. It's not like, all right, let me turn this to ultra graphics. You got 5 more levels that appeared out of nowhere. No, it's the same base game, right? It doesn't change other than the bells and whistles. It looks better. And sure, you could say it feels like a different game. Sure. There's a smoothness, but nothing is hidden. Everything in the world is there. You know, just the settings adjustments, you might get more foliage, more trees and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And people didn't understand that, which was wild to me. I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like, people don't understand this shit. People don't understand how console works and what makes a console successful. You think this is not going to bring a problem for developers? And again, the whole point is you want to create an ecosystem that's easy for developers, because we've seen this shit with the PS3. We've seen games get delayed with the PS3. The way Xbox is being treated now, PS3 in the beginning was treated that way. When developers were making multiplats and the PS3 was a bit too cumbersome, they delayed that version for like 3 months. They're not going to delay the Xbox 360 and the PC versions just for the PS3. They weren't doing that. If they couldn't get it ready, hey, you're just going to have to wait. Because I remember those days. Oh, it's timed exclusive on Xbox and PC, whatever, because PS3 sucks. The hardware is, it takes them longer to whatever. Sony did that to themselves, and apparently Microsoft didn't learn their lesson. Or they didn't, not learn their lesson. They didn't foresee, this could be a problem. We could be putting developers in a pinch by creating the Series S, and all for what? To have a console that's the cheapest on the market that might not work, they should have just went all digital for $399. I mean, for $399. Do what PlayStation did. $399. That $100 is not going to be that big of a difference. Sony proved it. $299, $399. $399 for the performance of a Series X, they would have been fine, and people would have bought it. All digital, $399. Boom.
I don't know. They ain't had no games.
I mean, but yeah, that's the main problem. Yeah, but you're right. You're right on that one, right? But what I'm saying is, there would have been no big difference between $299, $399. If you bought a $299 Xbox, they would have bought $399 Xbox. That extra $100, that you know what I mean. So you're right though. The games, they try to sell backwards compatibility. Like that shit don't work. Like, come on.
So I have a question for bots. Then. Like now that they realizing that, are they realizing that Game Pass may also be an issue? Because if you realize that you were so gun-ho about price efficiency for other people, which I never understood, the saving costs for other people. I don't care about no other game. I don't care. I care about me, my sons at the most, because I buy their games because I'm like, they're young. They need to spend their money on other things that's more important. So I don't care about, and I game share, but I don't care about what other gamers save or don't save. You know, that's within their realm. What I can afford is what I can afford, what they can afford. So with them going, Juan saying something in the vein of, what did he say? He said, I was all about the cost efficiency for other people, but then I realized it was a mistake. Are you realizing that you crying about the cost efficiency for Game Pass, and now they about to try to get blood out of a stone from y'all? Because Rockhat, when he did his video last Thursday or whatever, and there was a guy on there saying we're paying for his Game Pass, and he made the analogy that we the head of the household. I couldn't stop laughing because what I was sitting there thinking is, okay, PC didn't save you with Game Pass, so your guys are utterly admitting that the only way y'all gonna be able to keep Game Pass is that if PlayStation fans buy the games, because we buy the games 15 million copies just like Nintendo fans do. So if we don't buy Indiana Jones at that high clip, if we don't buy Avowed at that high clip or whatever else comes to PlayStation, do y'all know that two things is going to happen, especially with Microsoft? Y'all think that $20 is going to stand? Within 3 to 6 months, that thing going to go up to about $25, $30. Next thing you know, you paying $70 a month to play Game Pass. Or they just going to get rid of it in period and just go back to selling. Because the whole point, and Jez said this on his show, Grindhouse, he was like, they talked about Towerborn. And all of a sudden, Towerborn went like an Xbox exclusive first game in their early access to PC early access exclusive. And I was like, and now they're selling it. And they said, but when the game comes out, they're not selling it. So Xbox realized, we got to sell everything. They're trying to sell that game before they put it in Game Pass. And they're forcing it by pushing it back. But Xbox fans don't be thinking they're getting played. I'm still getting it in Game Pass. Yeah, but they're showing you that their whole method is changing. When Iron Lords was talking about Call of Duty and getting advertised, the reason that they in Paris did that lie, remember Paris lied in that too, and then tried to come and clean it up on Twitter. But bottom line is, the reason they're not advertising is because they can't. It's because they want that game to sell. They don't want to announce it to Game Pass because they realize that Game Pass stuff ain't gonna hold weight with these AAA games, especially one like as big as Call of Duty. So they like, let's keep mum on putting Call of Duty in Game Pass. Like, we let them know, but we're gonna keep it mum because we want the Xbox fans to buy it now. They're trying to go full reverse course and do it silently, and they ain't even catching it. And like you said, Rock, we head of the household because if we don't buy these games, they sure ain't. And if we don't buy these games, that Game Pass they so violently they put, so high on a high pedestal, that's gonna go the way of the dodo bird too.
This shouldn't have been called the Xbox going third-party segment because we already know that's happening. It should just be like Xbox realizing they were wrong the entire time because you're absolutely right when it comes to Game Pass. I mean, one of my most infamous moments is when I first came into the community and I was on a space with Uni. And I kept telling him, this whole Game Pass day and day thing, this isn't going to be good. And this guy kicked me off the space, yelling and screaming at me. And then months later, he was like, yeah, this whole Game Pass thing, if we knew it was going to result in them going third party, we wouldn't have done it. And I'm like, yeah, of course it was going to result in that because they need money. Because Game Pass day and date was never sustainable. I don't care what Phil says. It's profitable for us. Like, why do you think he added a for us there? Like, if I say to you, like, no, my relationship with my girlfriend, it's good for her. Did you really think I'm happy? Do you really think I'm happy? Yeah, it's great for her as far as she's concerned. Like, what do you think that is for? listen. You guys have to pay attention because most of the time, right, people will tell you the truth. Okay, they will, whether they intend to lie to you or not. And Phil Spencer, bless his soul, he always tells you the truth. This is why, if you remember, I was mad at him for closing. What were the names? Hi-Fi Rush people and everything. Because I'm like, dude, he gave you what you said you wanted. You said you wanted variety. He gave you one of the most variety-ish games you could ever get in a rhythm game. And guess what? You didn't like it, so you closed it down. I'm with Phil on that. So listen. I think that the funniest thing is that now you have these Xbox personalities now trying to say, oh, let me take it back, let me rewind, let me do this. When it's like, in reality, you had no reason to hold that position in the first place. The best you could have said is, this is a risky strategy, or this is a different strategy. Let's see how it plays out. But no, you went full gung-ho. This is going to work. This is where the industry is going. Because remember, whatever Microsoft needs to do is whatever the industry needs to do. You know, they're always leading, the pack from behind. They are the last place, but they're telling the first place people where to go.
It's so revolutionary from behind.
Let me tell you, and you were absolutely right in your rant at the beginning. Most of their moves, okay, have been things that have been a part of the PlayStation textbook. They just went further ahead with it. It's a little bit like Sony went around the corner, saw a wild bear, and was like, yeah, I'm going to go this way. And then Microsoft was like, nah, I'm going to go that way. And Sony was like, maybe just go carefully. Maybe if you just wait, the beast will go away and then you'll have a good time. They were like, nah, I'm going to run down this path. I'm just then, baby. Got to make it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Then they get mauled by the bear, and then people are like, well, why are they so hurt? Like, maybe they shouldn't have gone down that way. And it's like, but you were cheering them on. You were like, yeah, go, Microsoft. Go get hurt by the bear.
That drink blow me. I swear, on mothers, they be lunching with, like, the delusion, and then they put Microsoft in the grandiose spot. Like, that's why I don't mess with David Jaffe at all. Like, I know he hate PlayStation. I feel like he hate PlayStation. I think he hate. I think I know why he hate PlayStation. PlayStation wanted to own Twisted Metal and God of War. He don't, and then he don't like what they do. Very clear on that. Plus, he don't like story-based games. So, okay, that's fine, right? Granted, God of War
he doesn't like story-based
games. Yes, which wowed me out. Because I was like, God of War 1, 2, and 3 are story-based games.
This is not a super story-based. Like, it's like, these are your...
But no, he said that. He said he don't like story-based games. He thinks he's like, I don't want to watch a movie. And I'm like, but your games would never mind.
But you created movies. Like,
yo, so I was like, weird. I don't like it because...
No. His game literally had QuickTime events. You have these beams.
Yes, this game's had QuickTime events. That's crazy.
Yo, that's why I said I can't.
That's what do you mean you don't like?
I can't mess with God. I can't mess with him because he's so fraudulent. Like, and I know that there's some people that love his game so much that they just gonna adore him, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, he'll say things like he just like the media. You know what I'm saying? When they on Xbox side because they flip flop all the time. It's like Xbox is so revolutionary. PlayStation is left behind. They're gonna have to play catch up. I'm like, how are they playing catch up?
Oh, he was like that. Yeah.
This is our play. This is PlayStation's playbook. It's literally their playbook. They never got rid of it. The iToy never went away. The iToy came out on PlayStation. There's iToy 1 and 2, and then I think on the PlayStation 2 they turned into the PlayStation Eye, and then the PlayStation Eye 2 on the PlayStation 4. And for those that don't know, the PlayStation camera on the PlayStation 5 is still the iToy. It still has the motion controls and everything. It works with your VR, just in case you didn't know. But PlayStation never drops. Yeah, PlayStation never drops their technologies for the most part with PlayStation. When they wheeled back, they went to PlayStation Now everywhere for 3 years. Like I said, when they wheeled it back, PlayStation Now didn't go nowhere. Yeah, they copied some of your. They copied the download.
I've sent you an article on Twitter. I think we should be good for us to go back and read it together, as a class. But go ahead, keep going, Josh. Sorry,
I'm done, almost done. But basically, I'm just sitting there going, like, even like Nintendo can't even talk trash. Like the Nintendo drones can't even talk trash
Because if you think about it, right, the iToy was the first motion camera, motion body game thing. What do you think the Wii? It's a downgraded version. It doesn't have.
I think Dreamcast.
No, I'm talking about between the big three.
Oh, okay.
And Dreamcast didn't have a motion.
It had the camera. Didn't have motion on it.
No.
Okay.
No. But they were the ones who brought TV. They're the console makers that brought internet gaming prominence. Nintendo was the console that brought first person shooters to prominence. GoldenEye.
And Rumble.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is the motion control. So then the Nintendo is a downgraded version of that with controllers. So when Sony came out with the PlayStation Move and people are like, we're copying Nintendo, I'm like, how? They brought it to the console market, and they bought that from somebody else. So people that say, well, they bought another company the same way they did with PlayStation with Guy Kyvan on Live, I don't care. The bottom line is they brought it to the console market because that's what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't talking about who actually came out with this stuff first. Y'all talking about who brought it to the console market. Xbox ain't create party chat, but we all say that we attribute that to them. You know what I'm saying? Trophies. And for those that don't know, Xbox gave us two really bad things, and I'm going to give y'all this one. They gave us... the paying for online, that came from y'all. That's in the Xbox documentary. As well as, since y'all take credit for everything, Bethesda, since y'all owner will hold this. The microtransactions in games is attributed to Bethesda putting horse armor in Elder Scrolls when it wasn't on the PlayStation 3. Remember, it came out on PlayStation 3 later and it was still terrible. So just so y'all know, y'all hold that L as well. I'm just saying, like, even how Xbox came into the market is a copy of PlayStation. Carbon. Watch this, and I'm done. PlayStation came in the market, and Porter, I talked about this several times because I have the same book. And it got documentary. Came into the market beefing with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo spit in their face with Panasonic. And really, PlayStation, people say business ain't personal. That joint was mad personal. They came in wanting to get rid of Nintendo. They embarrassed them at E3. Yes. They embarrassed them in the public. And Japanese people are very about that honor stuff. When I say they felt some type of way and they wanted to destroy Nintendo, that was their goal when they came into this joint. Now, how did Microsoft come to the game? And can anybody remember? Because for those that don't know, in the Microsoft documentary, your own documentary on the Xbox channel, said they came into the market because Sony at the PlayStation 2 said they want the PlayStation 2 to be the center of the household and even take away the market from PC. And Bill Gates took that joint personal. He felt like PlayStation sped in their face, and guess what they did? They came out with the Xbox. Don't that sound familiar then? Just saying.
That's funny.
I'm done. Go ahead.
That's a good correlation. Yeah. So I just put it up. Extreme's article. So this was 2001 in August. Xbox Series X is about to leave the PS5 in the dust.
I remember this.
Yeah, and pretty much the article saying that the main catalyst is going to be Game Pass. Man, so much was riding on Game Pass with these folks. So many influencers. So listen, we all understand. We all understood subscription and a lot of content on it because we enjoy Netflix, Disney Plus, all that shit, right? I get it, some of it, whatever. We understand the concept. But the one thing each of those concepts had, though, was exclusives. What big exclusives? What big shows is going to make me go on Netflix? What big shows is going to make me go on Disney Plus? What big shows is going to make me want to watch HBO Max? So it's still the same core concept. What are the games? Don't tell me I have access to 400 games, right, for $20 a month, and that therefore Xbox will be the best. Because I saw the library. I'm like, most of these games I played, and most of these games when it first started in a console launch are mostly Xbox One games. And I was telling people, hold up, you expect the Xbox Series consoles to sell because you can play a library of Xbox One games, the very games that didn't sell the Xbox One. How does that work? You couldn't sell Xbox One with Xbox One games. You're going to sell Xbox Series X and S with Xbox One games? I was like, yo, these dudes are bugging. Like, you couldn't do it for the games it was made for. We're going to fast forward 8 years, 7 years into the, now we got the new gen. You're going to use the same games that didn't sell your console the first time, but you're going to try to use it to sell the new console. Simply because you bundled it. Like, yo, this shit was wild. Xbox dudes was wild. Everybody was wild. Little Timmy. Oh, I haven't touched my PlayStation 2 weeks. And yet people looked at you remember that dude from IGN? They looked at his gamer tag. He hasn't touched his Xbox in 2 weeks. And like, yo, what are you talking about? Yo, the 2021 COVID of 2020, 2021, that shit was all weird in gaming. All this weird shit was happening.
I'm chalking that up to them being bored.
Yo, dudes were stuck in the house going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Having cabin fever. Cabin fever. It was cabin fever, bro. Yeah. It was cabin fever. That's the Xbox community suffered cabin fever like a mother. Cause yo, they were just.
I mean, they had no games. They had no games.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. We were getting The Last of Us 2. We were getting all this shit. Ratchet and Clank Returnal.
Ratchet and Clank Returnal.
Yo,
Kenna. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, man. That whole time period.
This was the Henjutsu time.
Hey, Rock, they were shell shocked.
Yo.
They had PTSD.
Yo, it's crazy. That 2020, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think we will ever see in a new generation what happened in 2020. The hysteria, the lies, like everybody, like all the Xbox dudes tripled down. Like not to that level. Like yo, some of the best quotes, like yo, some of his fucking hilarious. The shit that was happening in 2020. It was just incredible. Like the stuff that was happening. Performance, 40% delta. Ray tracing, 25 T-flops with ray tracing cores activated. I have a couple of friends, and you know they're telling me that Xbox is incredible while PS5 can't keep up, but that doesn't mean you can't make great games. These fanboys are rattled. All this shit, bro.
Resident Evil set the PlayStation 5 on fire. Wait, what?
Oh, remember that? Resident Evil. Resident Evil was 8. You know, it's not gonna work. Those are Dust Golem. And then he admitted, well, I was just lying because there was just too many negative news on Xbox. I'm like, yo, this shit is wild. These dudes are trying to make up shit. Yo, oh my God. This shit was too much, bro. That shit was, yo, I'm telling you, I don't think we will ever see
Xbox Series X is keeping up with the PlayStation neck and neck until that chip shortage went away.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, bro, that shit was wild, man. 2020 and 2021 was the wildest shit I heard in fucking gaming. Boy, so much shit that was just going on. Now, if it wasn't bad enough, here's the crazy part. If you're an Xbox gamer on the console, and you don't have, Xbox Ultimate, and you decide to just to stick with Game Pass Standard, there is a chance that PlayStation gamers will play your Xbox first-party games before you do, because it won't come to your version of the service for maybe 12 months or more.
So what for the Rock? You still paying? I still don't have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. $70. Pay for my Game Pass.
You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Game Pass standard subscribers may have to wait 12 months or more for Xbox Bethesda and Activision first-party games to come to the service. Do you know what that is? If you're a Game Pass standard subscriber, and let's say May or April, Indiana Jones is out, or PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 gamers are playing it, and you still can't play it because you're waiting for it to come out on your Game Pass standard service. That shit is wild. Which then would mean you have two choices. Either upgrade to Ultimate or buy the game. But if you buy the game, then it defeats the purpose of why you have standard. And if you have to upgrade to Ultimate, well, there's probably a reason why you have standard. It's because you don't want Ultimate. You don't want to pay the extra cost. Yo, this shit is wild. This shit is wild. This is absolutely bananas.
Also, 30 frames is juicy too. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh shit, well, Avowed.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the dude from Avowed say that?
What? He says it's juicy.
He said that we didn't have 60 frames on Avowed. Not joking. I saw that. I told you I'll be watching Jez Grindhouse, and he played it over and over. How you played the 60 frame Delta from Colt, because I couldn't stop laughing at you with that joint. Oh. But Jace played this joint, and dude was like, "We didn't have 60 frames because we got all the juicy lightings and details because Avowed is so robust in graphics." And I was like, "Wait, what?
So juicy? It's so juicy,
and it's robust in graphics." Yeah, robust in graphics. Wait, what?
It's so juicy. got the key.
Yo, that juicy 30 frames joint had me dying, yo.
That's gonna be the new meme, juicy 30 frames. That shit's juicy.
Yo, I said, yo, Xbox dudes, though, the developers don't even care. They just saying the wildest stuff. Let Insomniac Naughty Dog come out and be like, yo, Juicy Dog, I would roast it. Yo, the roast would be forever.
I gotta find that clip. I'm gonna find that clip. Juicy. That shit is juicy.
That drink, Jazz played that drink like you played the Colt Eastwood clip where you did that drink for like a good 5 minutes, Rock. You just kept looking. For a minute, I thought you froze on camera. They so still. Jazz did the same thing. He did the same thing. He just kept playing it over and over, and I was like, yo, what is going on? Xbox just can't get a W, bro.
Like, bro, yeah, I played that thing because people are not gonna forget. That's just crazy.
Yeah, because the Valve gameplay don't. I mean, look, I'm not like y'all. I don't think Halo looked trash. It definitely looked trash for what it was supposed to be. But for me, these Xbox games look outdated. That's how I feel. Like their textures are, up, within the frame of what today's is. Starfield, some of their planets look good. Some of the things in these games look good. But everything about the gameplay and the way the leaves are and how like there's no motion or anything, no sway, no kind of new idea to make the world look alive. Everything looks stagnant. Everything just looks dated. It feels like everything is just in the past. And I'm not saying everything on PlayStation is perfect, because it's not. But everything feels like it's moving forward, while everything on Xbox looks like it's standing still. Like when you look at Indiana... Oh, and I want to say I was right. Last week I said Indiana Jones was a puzzle game. Puerto Rican, they came out and said Indiana Jones is a puzzle game because Indiana Jones was never meant to be a shooter. I told you. I told you. I didn't need them to tell me that. I knew that. I looked at that gameplay and I said, the reason they're not showing that drink, I said, this is a puzzle game. They don't have it. Yeah, because it's a puzzle game. And I said, oh, man, this might hurt this game. Like, I think if you ain't an Indiana Jones fan or a puzzle person, this game, this one might be in trouble. And I said, being a smaller game.
Like, if it's really heavy, if it's heavy puzzle, I'm going to be like, Xbox.
It is. I told you. And I said, I'm not saying that the game's going to fail. I just don't think it's going to do as good because people hear machine games and they think, like you said, Wolfenstein stuff. And when I was looking at the gameplay, I said, yo, this is a puzzle game. Because then I thought about it, as I told you last week. I was like, yo, because Indiana Jones, I thought about it. I was like, Indiana Jones is not a shooter. He rarely ever shoots, even in the movies. He's not even a fighter. He just like a scrapper. He don't even use the whip in a lot of fights. So if you watch Indiana Jones movies, the fights are very basic. It's more about like set pieces and theatricals on the set than it is fighting. Nathan Drake. It is fighting. Right. He does get shot at a lot. He just don't do a lot of shooting back. He do a lot of running and stuff.
Nathan Drake is different. He's like Adventurer, but Punisher at the same time. He's like a Punisher at the same time as he's the only archaeologist that kills like 1,000 people.
No. Tomb Raider does the same. Lara Croft does
Tomb Raider.
Don't forget
them two.
Don't forget
they're like late.
They're mass murderers. They are mass murderers. With a penchant for history.
How the hell you are such an intelligent archaeologist, yet you're killing so much? Like,
so Turkneck in the chat said, I forgot that. Ryan McCaffrey said the drink reminded him of Chronicles of Riddick, which was also like a fighting stealth game. But even in that, they had the little stealth kills. I hated Riddick, by the way. Don't care about that game.
I love Riddick.
I know a lot of people that love that game.
God,
they said it's within that.
What? Yeah, out of here, brother.
I'm out of here.
All right,
we're just gonna super chat. So I'm just gonna read it.
Let's go.
Make sure it's not for me.
And then I'll let y'all go too. Almost.
We're good. Yeah. All right. So John Baptiste, he said, just a reminder of games that launch at 30 FPS on the Series S: Evil West, Star Wars Outlaws, Sonic Frontiers, Baldur's Gate 3, Sonic Frontiers, Wild Hearts, Kenya. Kenna's 30 FPS. Oh man!
On the S or the X?
I think Kenna on the X. No, I think it's on the X too.
On the X, 30.
I'm pretty sure on the X is 32. No, I'm almost. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was on the X too.
Damn, no one told me. That's me. That's some shit talking material right there. Dying Light 2. Yeah. Congratulations, Black Gamers. You've been tricked. That's bad. That is bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? We'll do our outros, you know, because everybody's... Oh, he left. Boom. He said peace.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I think we should finish up. Yeah,
you know, his day just starting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, his day just... Yeah, that's true. He about to go to work.
Probably got to go somewhere, be somewhere. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit, I got to go to work. It's different for us, man. Well, you know, but I think we could cut it out right now. I used to
live in South Korea. I know that time. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I think we could cut it out right now. We'll do your outros, man. Do your outros, my brother.
Hey, it's your boy, The Truth. You know what I'm saying? Xbox sucks. That's it.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? But hey, anyway, man. Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for rocking out to the members. Mash, once again, coming through, gifting people. Please give him a shout out and a thank you for gifting 10 members. And I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live. You know, see you guys in a day or two, a new video. Maybe I'll do another impromptu live. Maybe I'll give you guys a better heads up and stuff like that. But either way, I truly appreciate you guys for rocking out. I hope you enjoyed. I think today we didn't actually have any audio issues, right? And I think the mic sounds good, sounds clear. Thank you very much from the last live. You guys helping me out. Truly appreciate it and stuff like that. So I hope audio-wise, it was a much more enjoyable experience. Keep your fingers crossed that it stays that way, all right? Keep your fingers crossed.
I hope I wasn't super loud this time.
No, we got it good, you know what I'm saying? I also had the phone just to bounce that out, and everybody sounded good and stuff like that. I sounded real good. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, whoa. Let me find out. You know, but that's all credit to the chat on the last live, because that shit was acting crazy. Like my modulation was off and I was sounding like underwater. You know, that shit was crazy. So then I'm like, you know what? Since I got y'all all here, help me out. Let me know how I sound. And literally, you guys help me out with that. Let me close the poll, right? We're going to end the poll right now. And what we got here is what it says. Are you playing Concord? 79% said no, 20% said yes out of 222 votes. Wow, that's like one of the few times I actually seen somebody not, you know, a majority of the votes not playing a first party game. So we'll see, brother.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I said, damn, I should have said 3 million. That would have been.
Nah, it's understandable. 5 million down with the
You know what, though?
I'm going down. I'm drowning, baby.
But you know what? You got to be like Jordan. The only shot you miss all the time is the one you don't take. You shoot that ball. Be like, bow. And let it, and then, you know, it's in God's hands at that point. You know, but you take that shot, you know. But anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets Porter Rock 77. On the way out, hit the like button. Thank you so much for rocking out. We'll definitely see you guys next Tuesday. 60 frames, no lag. Shout out to the crew, to Craig, to the judge. Of course, the truth is here. E4 Extreme, J Dub. We're out of here. You guys take care. Peace.